Gather around, freaks. It's Jason's birthday this week. So like last year, he's split one guest into three remnants. One likes to cry, one likes to be cocky, and one is literally just Sephiroth. Dilly-dally, shilly-shally. So gather around the internet flip phone, hit the notification bell, and grab your Buster Sword, because it's time for the 7th installation of, hey, did you see this one? Hello, and welcome to Hey, Did You See This One? The weekly reaction review roundtable discussion where we just have to ask the question, hey, did you see this one? On this show, we take a movie, we pull it completely apart, we reform it back together like the three remnants that form Sephiroth, and that's the show. It's my birthday month. We're finishing off my birthday month. This week on the show, I've decided to torture everybody with the Final Fantasy VII Advent Children sequel to the video game Final Fantasy VII movie. And you know what? We're just going to do it because it's my birthday. And here comes Alex Gao Strife. Hello. My name is Jason R. Phillips, or Jason R7 Advent Children. I'm joined as always by my illustrious co-host, Stephen Bobo Blackfly Waters.
That's me.
And we do this show each and every week right here on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. I think that's it. So at this time, I'm going to have to go through and introduce our guests. First, to my right is this is the mystery guest. If you've been following on social media, the posters have all said, and mystery guest. This is my cousin Ronin. He's part blood of me. Hello, Ronin.
Blood. Oh my god.
New metal.
Our blood. Aren't we all?
New metal poses.
He's doing new metal poses. We're using an omnidirectional microphone, so if it sounds a little wacky,
It sounds fine.
Okay, I'll stop.
You're obsessing.
I'm
Is the
obsessing.
I don't
omnidirectional
care at
microphone your limit break, or?
Yeah. Yes. Alex, you just joined us. Thank you for making it.
Yeah.
You showed your videos on the stream before the show started. They were fantastic. Alex Gao, please welcome Alex Gao Strife back to the show for the.
I drove like a maniac to get here.
Yeah, you killed like 17 people.
I drove by some guy getting loaded into an ambulance, and he was so white.
How white was he?
He was alive. I'll stress he was alive. He was like looking around. He was like so pale and white. He looked like Elliot when E.T. was sick.
Oh my god.
That's what he looked like. I was like, holy fuck.
At least he didn't look like E.T. when E.T. was sick, because that is very frightening.
Yeah, he was a human, yeah.
How are you going to follow that, Tim? Please welcome back to the show, Tim, Final Fan Timsy.
I like that.
I can't hear you, Tim. You're on mute.
Tim, you're muted.
Tim's
You
muted.
gotta unmute.
Noise.
Noise.
Okay,
Hey.
there we go. No, thank you for having me. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Technology's hard, I know.
Very hard.
I don't know how you even got on mute there, but right. So thank you all for joining me for my birthday episode. This is the birthday party of my dreams, talking
Happy
about Final
birthday.
Fantasy. Thank you so much. With some of my best pals, and we are, of course, this is episode 228, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, we're getting up there. We're getting old.
Yeah.
It's like 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years of this. It's actually only been like this for like 3 years at this point. There's a before time. But we don't talk about the before time. We talk about Advent Children. Before we get into this, we're gonna
we used to have a co-host named Rufus, but now he just like covers himself in his sheet and wheels around.
And he's about 30 or 40 years younger than you think he's supposed to be.
Exactly.
Yeah. But President Shinra is dead. Let's not mince words. We need to appease the gods, I believe.
Okay.
Is he here? Is that God floating around again? Holy heck.
Zardoz speaks to you. He demands you synopsize this film. Tell him how, why, who, what occurs in this film.
If Tim grows his hairs a little bit, he'll look like Jesus. No harm.
Like
harm.
Jesus, yes, not actual Jesus. Don't get that confused.
So
now we're talking long hair.
Oh,
yeah, literally Jesus. This fucking guy has long hair too. It's tapped up in his cap.
I don't have long hair. I'm bald.
What are you applying for a job and you're doing the toque tuck or what?
No, it just looks good.
So I took my hair up under my cap and I went into why.
The hair boys have arrived.
Hair boys have arrived.
Oh, there we go.
Now
Now it looks like a
now
podcast.
you, Jason.
Can't see it because of the green screen.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now this definitely looks like a podcast starring all white men in their
We found more white men.
Yeah.
Also, Steven, put your glasses on so we all.
I'll go get that guy from the ambulance.
He's really white. You'll love him.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Alex goes up and he's like, "Let him out of there! Let him out of there! He's alive!"
How the hell did you find 4 friends that all love Final Fantasy? The definition of a blessing.
Everyone likes Final Fantasy.
Well,
Yeah.
Even my dad.
I was very deliberate with the choosing of my guests for this episode.
Mhm.
I just happened to be here this week. Because reasons.
I didn't want to make you guys do this on a Wednesday night either, or a Tuesday night, or anyway. Let's get to it. I asked my friends if first, Alex, you could give us a brief synopsis of Final Fantasy VII. Catch us up to this movie, and you can be as brief as you want because
there's a lot.
And can you do a better job than the movie did, please?
Yeah.
Well, no, Tim's gonna
just
do
throw
the
up in
movie.
the bucket.
Oh yeah,
because that would be a better description of what happened. Anyway, basically, there's some eco-terrorists, and
It's true.
and they hate progress. No, the game Final Fantasy VII is essentially about a big company who is sucking the soul of the earth in order to power modern technology. And we play as a group of ragtag people who are trying to basically save the world, environmentalist style. And it's about them, and initially about trying to stop killing the planet in order to power things. And then it basically pivots into also the CIA for this company basically have like a super soldier guy, and he's really mad that they made him a super soldier and he's going to destroy the earth.
How dare you give me these powers? I'm going to use them against you to destroy you.
And
a meteor.
Yeah, there's some meteor to destroy the planet, and then basically, I think that's more or less it. There's a lot that happens, but it's like it's hard. It's easy to get bogged down in it if you really want to say all the things that happen.
Yeah, you didn't talk about them going to a Disney World style.
Yeah. There's a casino. Okay.
6 hours.
Okay, so basically, there's these birds, right? And they ride them.
And like what the
ostriches.
Yeah.
What about the undercurrent of the issue of China's industrialization in Wutai?
Well, listen, we don't have to talk about Wutai at all.
Yeah.
I
they don't
know, and
mention-
I think that's an issue.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Wutai, and the movie says it once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that works. Thank you, Alex. So
Yeah.
the story up to
I mean,
now
there's
is the world's-
more to it, obviously, but the long and short of it is the main guy used to be kind of sort of in a team with the bad guy, and the bad guy was like, "Whoa, you made me strong? Fuck you! Fuck this whole planet."
And there is
And-
also like a major twist that's like he has the memories of his old comrade, and that's the whole.
It's really glazed over in the movie.
Yeah, so they don't even really talk. So that's not even really necessary to
It
mention.
is. It
for
is so
this.
confusing that I don't even remember what's true now.
Yeah.
So Cloud is actually just this Shinra grunt
Yeah.
that gets the memories of Zack after Zack dies because of the like Mako poisoning shit and Sephiroth's influence.
Let's not mince words. Cloud Strife is stolen valor.
Yeah.
He's a terrorist.
100%.
He's a terrorist, stolen valor. And he joins Avalanche, which is basically what Greenpeace should be if they actually want to get anything done.
He doesn't join.
Well, yeah,
He's paid.
he's
to do it,
hired, yeah.
and he's very apprehensive and so
Yeah,
edgy
yeah.
about it, and so dramatic.
So
He's
dramatic.
edgy about literally everything.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
So that's Final Fantasy VII. Thank you, Alex. Now, Tim, I reached out to you to give us a brief synopsis of this film, the sequel, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. So, in a similar amount of time, can you tell us what
Good
this
luck.
movie is about?
All right.
Hey, good luck.
I'll try to be, because I had to kind of pre-write this a little bit, so I'll go fast. So it's 2 years after the events of the game, Final Fantasy VII, in the newly found city of Edge, which is made by the survivors of Midgar, the now destroyed city, which was like the capital of all this.
Which is also what Cloud he keeps being like, "Call me Edge," and they're like, "No, Cloud, we're not calling you."
I want the city to be named after me because I'm named Edge now.
Whatever you say, Cloud. So yeah, there we find our protagonist Cloud and Tifa, and they're caring for Marlene and a new character named Denzel, who is a street orphan. They run a courier service out of a bar, I think, and
Seventh Heaven, yeah.
yeah, and the eighth heaven. Cloud has become where Cloud was already distant before, he's become even more distant now. And while hiding his illness, it's an affliction called geostigma, which is a part of this movie, I think. And it's a disease that's spreading throughout the people of Edge. So meanwhile, Shinra Corporation, the remnants of it anyway, are attempting to find the last bit of Genova cells at the northern crater for some reason. And while they're finding it, they're confronted by a new enemy, which is
Level 99, call me Edge.
I'm wearing a ribbon.
Drupal and I have talked a lot about Final Fantasy many a times, many a late nights.
I want a tattoo of that. That's hilarious.
And so they and Genova cells, which is like the alien being, which is a part of what gave all the super soldiers their powers in the first game. So they had Shinra reach out to Cloud and Tifa to try to enlist their help against this new threat. But Cloud refuses them, and after he refuses them, is confronted by these three new people, which are three remaining Sephiroth clones that are aspects of him somehow. And then they're Kadaj, Laz, and Yazoo.
Crybabies.
And they're very emotional individuals.
I do like the part of Sephiroth that cries all the time. That was a really big thing for me.
That's
Sephiroth cries.
Yeah,
I like that.
Like for sure, that's something to kind of try to figure out because that's a lot. And then meanwhile, this geostigma is infecting all of the street children of Edge. So it's a movie with motorcycle chases, plague-ridden orphans, flash forwards and flashbacks that are hard to follow in a very, very gray, dull world filled with flip phones.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot to parse. But and then eventually the threat culminates where we see the heroes from the game return to come together to try to fight it off, and then we get to see just how high Cloud can jump while sword fighting.
Yeah.
And this is after they summon with a blue materia, which makes no sense.
I mean,
sorry.
Yeah,
There's no fucking sense at all.
Really falls apart.
actually, I believe the big blue materia from the rocket ship in the game was the or Bahamut Zero summon, maybe if my memory is correct. But anyway,
I just wanted it to lay an egg, and it didn't do it. I thought that's why I was digging that hole. It was like, I gotta lay an egg. It's a big one.
Either an egg or take a huge shit, a huge materia shit. Otherwise, that's the game, and we'll get to the details and the climax in our discussion, I guess.
Yeah, the nitty gritty of this one.
I have to admit that I zoned out during your explanation of the movie in the same way that I zoned out during watching the movie.
There's a lot.
I tried.
There's a lot of nothing that happens.
Yes.
Oh, it's crazy.
Tim, you should have made a lot more grunting movement noises.
Easy does it.
I mean, to be fair, every single time I read a text message that's surprising to me, I go, oh.
Yeah, that's definitely you.
I think the Sephiroth clones were very young, is why they acted like that. So mentally, they're essentially teenagers.
I mean, when I was
like
a teenager, I
toddlers.
wasn't bursting into
Yes,
tears
at
constantly.
all? Like until now, or what? Does anyone know what the fuck is going on with those guys? Where they came from?
Not really.
I thought they came from that pit. Didn't they come from that pit?
Maybe they came out of the crater. Sorry, when I googled it after I watched the movie, it said that they came out of the
That's what it seems
crater.
like.
The reason that I thought that is
because
but were they like alive during the events of the game, or
I don't think so. I think it was after.
Yeah, they're like after.
So they're less than 2 years old. But like, because there's that moment where it shows the main one walking towards the POV of the guy with the camera, and he's like summoning clothes on himself. So my read of that was like that's
when they just
birthed.
came into being.
And then they're like, oh, clothes. I guess we should make some of those.
Yeah.
Because we've been walking around naked for a while.
I think my headcanon's going to be that after Sephiroth gets Omni-Slash at the end, he just turns into like a pile of guts. And then they form into 3 remnants 2 years later or somewhere in that time. And then when Shinra goes down, or
that's too much of an explanation, I think, for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's hold on to some semblance of the reality.
Hold on to your guts.
And let's head into some production talk before we really deep dive into this.
Don't we got to do our brief histories first?
Yeah.
Let's talk about our brief histories first. Let's do that.
Histories.
A brief history.
Well, you want to... Ronin, you're up first. We're gonna do it like we do when we do other franchises. I need your brief history with Final Fantasy. I know we kind of already talked about it in the pre-show, so
I'll actually get into the details.
Yeah, and then your brief history with this movie.
So obviously, I grew up being your young cousin, and for the entirety of my memory, I have watched you play Final Fantasy from the beginning to the end. You love it up and down. So I gravitated towards it. I had issues getting into it with when I was younger because it was just hard to understand. But when I was 11, 12, I started getting into Kingdom Hearts, and that was really where it took off. Final Fantasy VII, I have played beyond completion, maxed out summon alls for the whole party. Ridiculous nonsense. Tetsuya Nomura, I love his work. I love 12. I love the stuff that he's done. I love Kingdom Hearts. I love this movie, despite how much I hate it. I've played quite a bit of 10. I've played a boatload of 16. We played 14, played 10, played 12, haven't played 9, played 8 and played a shitload of 7. And then this movie, when it came out, Dad got it on DVD, and I was blown away because I was like 8. And didn't understand it then. I think knowing more about the actual story, I understand it less now.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Like, it makes less sense when you know more because you're like, what? But when you're a kid, you're like,
obviously it's something I'm
girls
missing.
are fighting really good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's kind of my brief history of Final Fantasy. I've known about it my whole life.
Cool. Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad I could be such an influence. We're about 10 years apart, so
we've only talked about it my entire life.
Yeah. I remember the day you were born.
You know, Jason and his wife are my oldest friends.
That's really cool.
Yeah, his wife is like my oldest friend, like I've known the longest, and then out of all my friends, Jason is the oldest.
That's interesting. That's actually hilarious.
He's also, funny enough, he is genuinely the oldest person I know.
Your parents are in their 50s.
He doesn't know them.
My parents are like 25.
That joke was a fun walk. I like that.
Mercy. Great. Thank you, Ronin.
Well, thank you, everyone.
How about you, Alex?
I actually didn't play 7 until this movie almost came out.
Oh, wow.
So what had come out? Like 10, I had played 10. I played 6. Like 6, I played ad nauseum. This movie was coming out. My friends were very excited. I'm like, okay. So I never had a PS1. So I borrowed my friend's PS1 in Final Fantasy VII, and I played it all in anticipation of this movie coming out because of how excited everyone was. This movie is a very important movie to me because we watched it at my house, and I had all my friends over to watch it, and I invited somebody from my class who I'd never hung out with to come and watch the movie with us. And it was the first time I ever hung out with him outside of school. And it is a guy a lot of you guys know named Michael. And that was the beginning of my friendship with one of my best friends. So that was the first time I'd ever seen Mike outside of school, because I was playing Kefka's theme from Final Fantasy VI on a piano. And he's like, you know about Final Fantasy? And I was like, yeah, everybody knows about Final Fantasy. You're not cool because you know the most popular RPG franchise ever. And then I'm like, oh, well, we're watching Advent Children at my house. Do you want to come over? And he's like, no, I guess. And then he came.
Perfect impression of him.
Yeah, it was very good.
I have a lot of Final Fantasy stories about Mike as well. One of which I already told on the stream earlier.
But yeah, so that was huge. And then and yeah, just it was cool. It was cool to be part of it. So I mean, and obviously Final Fantasy VII is great. So it was cool I was happy to have finally played it because I never had a PS1. And then to go basically from experiencing the story of the game and then like a week later watching the movie was pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. That's kind of my brief history with it.
I'm going to throw a curve. Michael Fantasy lore is real. Michael Fantasy. I'm going to throw a curveball, and Steven, I'm going to ask you to go next because you never go.
What a curveball!
What a curveball! Everybody gets fucking crazy.
I can't believe it.
Around here.
I should have prepared for this. So my experience with Final Fantasy is pretty normal. I got a PlayStation 1 specifically for a Star Wars video game that I really wanted to play, but it was Jedi Power Battles. Yep. And you are 100% correct. And I ended up like saving my money for like a whole summer. Like I got like a shitty paper route, and like I was able to save a bunch of money and get that in the one game. But I had also had my eye on Final Fantasy for a long time, just because the box art and like turning it over, I'm like, this looks fucking sick, but I could never play it because I had an N64 and not a PlayStation. But got the PlayStation, rented it, quickly became obsessed with a good friend of mine who most of you guys know as well. And I ended up staying at his house for March break because his mom was babysitting me. So I brought the PlayStation, and I ended up, my dad would drop me off there every day, and I would leave the PlayStation there, and he would play, I would play, and we had our own file, and he had his own file, and we would just play and play and play all day for the entirety of the week. And we beat it. And it was one of the best gaming experiences I've ever had. It's still one of the best gaming experiences that I've ever had to this day. And I ended up getting really into 8, which I also beat, and 9, which I played a whole lot of. And I really did enjoy it. I just didn't finish it because I was renting it. And I just was like, I feel like I get the idea. I can probably guess what happens at the end. And then I fell off of Final Fantasy in general, and I didn't really play 10 or 12 or 13. Or I played some 14 with Michael Keenan and like a couple of other people that were playing that game very heavily. The first time I met Jason, and we actually had a long conversation. He was like bribing me with in-game currency to he's like, I'll buy you a house. I'll give you all the fucking material and money that you need.
I just need someone to play 14 with.
And I was like, okay, man.
I had a long spell of playing.
On the walk home, I'm like, that guy was frightening. He kept yelling at me about Final Fantasy 14. And then this movie in general, it's weird to think about because Final Fantasy came out in 2007 and this movie came out in 2005. And that the time difference there is not that crazy, but when you're a kid, it's wild how long it's like they're making a movie after all this time, a whole 8 years. That's fucking nuts. But I don't think it was released theatrically, but I did end up renting it from Blockbuster, and then I forgot to bring it back.
Whoa.
One of those things, right?
Forgot.
Yeah.
The most expensive game I own because of that.
Yeah. Well, what happened was we moved, and in the move it got brought with us, and I was just like, well, this is just gonna live at my home now. But it was when Blockbuster was dying, going out of business, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they were shutting down. So I guess they found it impossible to trace everybody. So when I moved to a new town, I got out of town and I went to a new Blockbuster, and I was like, do they know? Is it in the system? Yeah.
Is it on my permanent record?
Yeah, exactly.
I have
Blockbuster
Wario
Bounty
Land
Hunters.
Shake It.
It's apparently you have a copy of Final Fantasy Advent Children and Grandma's Boy. What the hell?
You can keep that one.
My grandmother rented me Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut for N64,
Wow.
and that was a Blockbuster exclusive rental game that each Blockbuster got one copy, and those are the only copies that exist. And we didn't return it, and then they charged her $40 or whatever, and now it's worth about, I think it's worth about $1,700.
Yeah. Great collector's item.
Yeah. Thanks, Grammy.
So yeah, the first time I watched this movie was similar to you, Alex. We had a bunch of friends come over to watch it because we had a bunch of secret nerds. A lot of my friends in middle school and high school and stuff, they were what we would call secret nerds, where they were all athletes, but on the weekends they're like, let's play Halo for 8 hours straight. Okay. So we had a
real obscure stuff like Final Fantasy and Halo.
You know what I mean? I just mean they didn't want girls to know that they played video games. I didn't give a shit. But yeah, it was fun. It was great. And I haven't seen the movie since that time, even though I had it on Blu-ray, or not Blu-ray, but DVD for all these years. Somewhere in my piles of DVDs, it still exists, but I haven't watched it since. And I got to tell you, watching it yesterday, wasn't missing much. Missing much.
Our tastes
there's good and bad. There's good and bad. We'll go over it.
Yeah.
You got your resident like everything guy here. Don't worry.
Right, that's true. And then you got me, the guy who calls everything dog shit.
Yeah.
Even me?
Especially you, Tim.
Well, speaking of Tim, why don't you give us your history with Final Fantasy, and because I think that you're also you're ingrained in this world, right? You're always sending me Chrono Trigger memes.
Yeah. Because we're a rare breed when it comes to not just knowing of it, but receiving all this crap. For my brief history, at least for the game, I kind of like Steve. I was working at Byway and saved up all my money to buy myself a PlayStation with Final Fantasy VII. The commercials absolutely captivated me, and I already enjoyed playing what I could of 6, renting it, and then actually. At first, I tried to get our home PC upgraded enough so that it could play Final Fantasy VII on it, and it barely could. And it would take, honestly, 2 minutes to load every battle scene. So it was brutal, and I couldn't finish it that way. And then committed to getting the PlayStation straight up, and was happy that I did, even though my family thought I was a little crazy for having 2 game consoles for myself. And but it was a fun, wild time, and I remember just being able to lose myself playing that game, and honestly, Final Fantasy VII did cement my enjoyment for JRPGs and RPGs in general. And then after that, discovering things like Chrono Trigger and so forth, and Legend of Dragoon, and as far as seeing this movie, it wasn't until actually I saw it with, I believe, if my memory's correct, Drupal in the chat. He and I saw it together with a mutual friend, and I remember just feeling a little. There he is. And actually, he had it's his birthday month as well this month, so happy birthday to him as well. And I remember just kind of feeling a little like, oh, I guess that was the movie. And I remember we were talking with our friend and saying, why is everyone jumping around so much? Why is it going to such extremes? And he said, well, I'm guessing that they are level 99. And he was sincere when he said that. And it was like, oh, okay. And that was the last time I watched the movie, and then watched it again recently. And I was reminded as why it's been a long time since I last watched that movie.
I feel like they're not level 99 because I think in that last fight, there was not nearly enough Knights of the Round summoned for it to be an actual Cloud level 99 against Sephiroth. I feel like that's someone that beat the game at 56.
Yeah.
So he has Knights of the Round and Mind Materia.
Sorry, Tim, I got a quick follow-up.
Yes?
Was the Byway you worked at underground?
No, this was... It felt like it. No, it was...
I've never been to an above-ground Byway.
Yeah. This Byway was above ground, but this was in Bolton, where I did most of my growing up.
Gotcha.
But that was the trick of Byway. They're just we got to buy a bunch of underground space. It's cheap, no ventilation.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. It was cheap,
cold.
Spaces.
You could afford above ground in Bolton, I guess.
Yeah.
We had one in Halifax that turned into a bargain.
Was it underground?
No, it was in a strip mall.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
We have such different upbringings.
Right?
Yeah.
To Byway.
I'm like Alex, all the underground byways and all of our bargains are up above sea level.
My Byway was up in the sky.
It's called the Skyway.
Spaceway. Well, thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. You were done, right?
Yes.
Okay. Listen, I'm the Final Fantasy Ultimate Master. Steven's nope, you're not. But I became a fan of Final Fantasy when I had a Super Nintendo, and one of my dad's friends lent me Final Fantasy 3 or Final Fantasy 6. I remember playing that, and Mystic Quest. I would rent that and being like, Final Fantasy is something that maybe I'm not super into. But towards the end of 6, I started to realize that I think I will be starting to like Final Fantasy.
Those pixels could be pretty weird.
Yeah. So I became a huge fan, but I became kind of a lapsed fan because there wasn't a lot of offerings for us. At the time, Final Fantasy IV was a little too heady, and I didn't really get into it, but I got into so many other JRPGs. Up to Final Fantasy VII comes out, I rented a PlayStation 1 without a memory card.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember carrying it down the street home from Jumbo Video, plugging it in, playing it, being like, oh, I need a memory card. So this console just stayed on for the whole duration of a weekend.
I didn't take it, man.
I did that with Jurassic Park for the Super Nintendo because there was no saving.
There's no saving.
Me and my mom would play it, and we'd leave the SNES on for like a week.
That's amazing.
When I got my PlayStation 2, I got Ratchet and Clank Going Commando, but no memory card. So I had to keep it on until I got a memory card.
So
it's crazy.
I went back and, of course, rented it again with the memory card. And I have these amazing memories of like bringing the PlayStation, kind of like you guys, having a sleepover, and my friends asleep on the couch next to me. And I got to the snow area, like later in the game after the snowboarding part, and being like, this is the greatest, craziest thing I've ever. Like there's so many revelations in 7 specifically. Because I think it's peak storytelling, even though it's still pretty nonsensical, and also it's like a bad translation.
Dilly dally shilly shally.
Dilly dally shilly shally.
Dilly dally shilly shally.
And that's when my
Is
love.
that not Japanese?
I mean, it's open to interpretation. I think it's Japanese, it's open to interpretation.
Just like most language, it's up to
Yeah.
It's got
It's
a
up to
billion
interpreters.
words for everything.
Yeah. English is literally the hardest language to learn.
Cloud just says sword, edge.
How come I know it so well then?
Well, because you're from Canada. But that's where my love for Final Fantasy kind of exploded. And I would just I played all of them. I've beaten all of them. And I still go back when the Pixel remasters came out during COVID. That was like, thank the stars, because now I can play through the first 6 again. Because I love all of them equally. They're all my children. I don't really have a favorite. I have ones I don't like that much.
If you had to, gun to your head.
7.
Good.
And I've thought about this at great length. It was 6 for most of my life was my favorite. And then I was like, 6 only has one game and one isolated story. 7 has this franchise built around it now, and they just keep
People who say 6 are elitist pieces of shit.
Yeah. Also that.
My favorite is we went over this in the pre-show, but my favorite is 16 because Clive and Jill are kissing. I want Clive and Jill to kiss.
Yeah,
I played a
16's
lot
great.
of 10. 10 is the only one that I really juiced to I completed the Spear Grid. Like that's the only one where I really actually really laid into it. 6
Yeah.
is probably. I think 6 is probably the best.
I mean, if you consider Kingdom Hearts games like part of this pantheon of Final Fantasy,
I do not.
I do.
Well, then, never mind then. But no, like
I do
that's
love Kingdom
the
Hearts.
first Kingdom Hearts. I did like 100% at every single possible thing you could do, and I didn't do that with any other Final Fantasy game. So, but I do like them. I like them.
Yeah.
I've never not enjoyed one. It's just I tend to fall off after like 60 hours of Final Fantasy 15, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on in this game?
I think the older we get to, the harder it is.
Yeah, I don't have time for this.
16, I beat no sweat.
It was
say-
very fast.
I
Yeah.
still got it. But
I say I don't have time for it, but then I'll play 12 hours of like Pitball Hell or whatever that game is called, where you're just like tick, 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 tick,
Ball
bouncing
X
the ball
Pit.
around.
yeah.
Yeah.
16 for me, like I absolutely was steamrolling it, but then by like the very final act, I was so burnt out on side quests.
Yeah.
I put it down for a year, and then I went back and played it for 2 hours and beat the game.
It's because Yoshi P used the same idea he uses for MMOs to do his fetch quests, so it feels like you're playing an offline MMO for that segment. But the storytelling in that is incredible. Listen, I don't want to get into the nitty gritty too hard. So
I love 16.
16's a great game. 15's a great game. I played 14 I played all the expansions. I just had to finally stop playing 14.
I
'Cause
still
it
get
just-
emails from Final Fantasy 14 being like, your house might
Your
get
house is about to
deleted.
get
Like,
Oh, that's long deleted.
And
That's
then you gotta text Jason and tell him to go pay the mortgage or whatever.
Yeah, Jason. Jason logs in. He's one of those little like dwarf people. Like, no, gotta pay the bills.
Take me seriously.
Yeah, Jason's gotten to such a high level in 14 that he's actually just Moogle class now.
I don't think I even had a house. They keep emailing me about this non-existent house.
But when it comes to this movie, I own it on Blu-ray, the complete edition, baby. And it has so many special features, and they're all like, there's a reminiscence of Final Fantasy VII that tells the story of the game in a really coherent, quick way. And it's really cool. And I really enjoy this movie. Like, it's more of a nostalgia thing is what I learned rewatching it last night. And I remember when it came out, it was during the torrent era, right? So I think I saw a clip of that Final Battle Sephiroth, and then I was like, I need that thing. So I torrented it, and I remember sitting there in awe, just like, it didn't even faze me that none of it makes sense. They're adding Denzel and all these new characters, like the Geostigma and all this shit. But the thing is 7 has all this cut content that they sort of cover in the remake of the reunion, people going to reunion that they didn't really explore because of time constraints for the original game. And I like that this movie kind of touched on that a little bit, because I think that's what the Geostigma is sort of supposed to be, like people getting summoned to the Northern Crater for reunion. But this is sort of the after effect of that, which we'll talk about when we get into the body of the episode. But yeah, it's been a long journey to get to talking about it in podcast format, and I thank you all for joining me here today. This is going to be a fun night, and it's I appreciate your guys' time, because I know I can be a little annoying on this very podcast trying to link.
Well, at least now we don't have to get upset when you bring up Final Fantasy for this episode.
Yeah. Well, that's actually like in Final Fantasy
Yeah,
IV,
that's just like
when the character Alex
when the
Stout
Titanic
says,
started sinking, it was just like when Midgar started falling, and it's like, oh, give it a fucking rest, dude.
That's when they dropped Sexer Stubborn.
Yeah. Stay tuned for next week when we're literally doing Titanic, and I literally make a reference to that comment. But yeah, so thank you all.
Actually,
currently
that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm currently the birthday champion. I'll have to relinquish this to Steven for next month. But yeah, this is my.
I forgot about that. I drew that.
Yep.
I was gonna wear it for the episode, but he wouldn't let me.
Oh, it's not your fucking birthday.
You have to change. You gotta earn it, brother.
Yeah, you're gonna pin me 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. But I think that we can probably at this time.
What is it? Age up or shut up?
Yeah.
We can
All right, so shall we move on to
Dilly dally or shilly shally?
yeah, dilly dally shilly shally production.
All right. Quiet on set. Are we rolling? Okay, let's shoot this piece of shit. Sound, speed, action!
What a great intertitual or whatever it's called.
Oops.
Okay, so this movie cost around $30 to $40 million to make, and I don't know if it actually made any money because it's straight to DVD. I don't know if they ever showed this in theaters.
They did.
They probably did. They did.
Yeah. Limited release in North America, but general release in Japan.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That would be wild. I want to see this movie in theaters. But yeah, that's great.
Steven shakes his head.
I
bet this movie is 10 times better in Japanese.
Yeah,
Like,
I watched
unironically,
the dub,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I downloaded the one that was on Drive and it didn't have subtitles, so I was like, I have to watch the dub. And it's on YouTube for free, so you can just
I watched it on YouTube for free as well.
Yeah,
I think
nice.
maybe you could have
watched
gone
the
without
Blu-ray.
the subtitles.
I mean, one thing that I did enjoy was going through and picking out all the voice actors that are predominantly in anime and video game work, and like it's from years and years and years ago, and I didn't really start getting into voice actors that don't also live act. So people who just specifically voice act, I've now gotten to a point where I'm picking them out everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And going through this movie, I was like, oh, that's that guy, that's this lady, that's this person. That was kind of fun. If there was any fun to be had in this movie, that was fun. I like doing that. Liam O'Brien played Red, who had one line, one singular line. And I was like, is that Liam O'Brien? And then I looked it up and I was right.
What's he from?
And then I ate a chocolate ice cream afterwards to
He
celebrate.
played Red 13. He said one line in this movie.
Yeah. You know when Red talks and the voice weirdly doesn't sound like how you thought Red would sound?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has a British accent. He's like, there's more of them over here. I'm like, what the heck?
Oh,
Why does
I'm
he sound like a
dog.
Shakespearean accent? I also always thought he was a cat for some reason, but I guess it makes sense that he's a dog because he looks like a dog.
Why did you think
Famously in
Because
Seven,
he climbs shit really well. It's like a cat. He moves like a cat.
Kind of in between.
Famously in Seven, though, it's interesting that he has that British voice because he talks like that, like at the beginning of the game, and then you get to Cosmo Canyon. He's like, actually, guys, I'm a kid. I'm only 12. He has a kid's voice.
For some reason, when the cat, like the little cat that rides on top of him.
Yeah.
I don't remember all the names, guys. I'm sorry.
Kenichi.
Oh yeah.
I remembered more than I thought I was going to remember, but I couldn't remember his name. And for some reason, I was like, oh, yeah, he talks like this. Oh, my whiskers are in a twist or whatever. Like, that's how I thought.
He's actually got a Scottish accent.
Yeah, I know. I watched the fucking movie.
It's because
we were trying to make sure make sure you weren't thinking about how someone played somebody else in fucking Beast Wars or some shit. Maybe you didn't even listen to the Scottish accent.
Yeah, no, I was watching it and I was like, and it's a bad Scottish accent too. Where you're like, oof, yikes, this guy's
Why
like,
don't you just read it then?
Yeah, that's all. See, it's Jason. I think Jason did the voice acting for this movie.
I did. Yeah. Interesting. It's Tetsuya Nomura, who created. There's like two schools of thought for Final Fantasy. Hironobu Sakaguchi kind of did the original 6, and then Nomura comes on and makes these like brooding characters. They're a lot more J-pop looking, and the storylines are way more complex than they need to be. I think that's true for Kingdom Hearts.
It's a fever dream.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's nonsense. I'm like a lifelong fan.
Yeah.
Remakes.
No, Kingdom Hearts is bullshit. You can't trust me. You can't have a fucking confusing title for a game. Okay, like that is
no. It's because it's the Hearts and
Kingdom Hearts 2 1.5
or whatever.
Yeah.
358 dash over 2 days.
6:45 PST.
That's about Roxas's time in Organization 13.
Yeah.
Dream drop distance.
That's between 2 and 3, where they're becoming Keyblade Masters.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then
Bastards.
there's Kingdom Hearts.
Better.
Like Mickey Makes Manhattan or whatever that.
Yeah.
But if you look at Nomura's IMDb, it's mostly Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy VII.
But then it's like they're like, let's do the craziest, like wildest, most confusing, convoluted shit. It's gonna seem so deep. Okay, now put Goofy there.
Yeah,
it's true.
Not a flaw.
I mean, I was like a pretty massive like Disney Renaissance kid, so like playing that first one was like this weird nostalgic experience.
Kingdom Hearts they're amazing games.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you a fucking thing that happens in them.
I'm like,
that's all I'm saying.
Oh, it's in the world, and all the worlds are split apart like final like.
I only remember fighting Sephiroth. That's all I remember.
I remember fighting Sephiroth in like the Hercules arena, right? Isn't that where you fight him?
Yeah, in the Hercules arena. I can't even pronounce that word.
That would be Xehanort, my friend. His name is Xehanort. And what it is, it's an anagram. It's an anagram of no hearts with an X in it, meaning he's a nobody. Okay?
Xehanort? Is that what you said?
Xehanort.
Xehanort sounds like
we have our translator here.
Yeah, Xehanort sounds like a more medically accurate way to describe like a prolapsed anus or something.
Yeah,
you're suffering from a Xehanort.
Are you sitting down? Well, you shouldn't be. You have Xehanort.
The Organization 13 members are all nobodies, which is the husk that's left over when a Heartless is created. And all of their names are anagrams for their original names with an X in it. So Roxas, Roxas, is Sora with an X.
with the
Okay.
decks.
So like,
So they're all edge lords too. Everybody's
They're
an
all-
Yeah.
Nomura is the original edge lord.
Yeah, if you
all the way back.
if you played the Nokia N-Gage exclusive Kingdom Hearts N-Gage, you would know that.
No, you
Right.
wouldn't, because they don't tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Also-
don't tell you that. No, yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
guessing.
Kingdom Hearts, they don't tell you that.
It's on the flagship. Like they have a banner outside of the
Yeah.
studio. Also, now that Disney owns,
If you go to Square headquarters and ask someone what happens in Kingdom Hearts, they pull a gun out and they shoot themselves. That's protocol.
That's Tetsuya Nomura's. Tetsuya Nomura has a tramp stamp that says Kingdom Hearts. They don't tell you that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I don't tell you
I
that.
don't tell you that. What's up?
also
guys?
now
Bring up
that Disney owns Fox, I heard that there's a new villain going to be introduced into the next Kingdom Hearts, which is the Xenomorph, but he also has no heart, so it's just like a Xenomorph with another X randomly tossed in there somewhere.
Yeah,
Xenomorph.
you have to look behind you on Space Mountain to learn that.
But in space they can't hear you scream, so
Mhm.
Yeah.
they don't tell you.
Also, Space Mountain hasn't existed for like 20 years, so you have to look at old footage to do it.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. Yeah.
that. That's an AR.
Oh, they got rid of
AR
Space
game.
Mountain.
Yeah, they I think they replaced it with like a Tron ride or something.
Bring Iger back.
Bring back Iger. Disney's in the
How's it
can.
going, guys? Grew up watching my uncles play these games, so I have secondhand nostalgia from them. Also, totally guessed the movie correctly, totally crashed, but hearing prolapsed anus as I typed it made it all the better. Thanks, Travis.
Glad I could provide that for you, Travis.
Yeah.
There's more to come.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot else to say about this movie other than the CGI holds up. I think it looks
Yeah,
great.
it's
There's
pretty
some
good.
jankiness
At the
to
time, this movie
Yeah.
was photorealistic.
it. Yeah.
The first thing I said was, "Oh no, it looks terrible!" Like
No,
the
like
first shot of the dog
when
running.
they had Red 13 running up or whatever, I was like, I said, this looked better 20 years ago, photorealistic. But at the time, I was like, I'm like, computer and animated graphics can't look better than this.
I will say it doesn't look bad. I just was like, it doesn't look good.
And
either,
I was gonna bring this up a little later, but the choreography of everything is still pretty good.
Yeah, I love it.
And
Like,
no
I
cell
think they
phones
kind of
look better
focused
than
on that,
my
obviously.
cell phone in real life.
Yeah.
And just the final note here is Nobuo Uematsu did the soundtrack for this movie, and it's a lot of
Yeah.
remixes of great songs, like a metal version of One Winged Angel, the piano version of the battle theme, and just some great stuff.
yeah,
in
the
there.
music
It's-
is good. The music is
Yeah,
like
so
probably the
there's a
shining thing for
song.
me.
There's a song in this movie. It's when the Turks are fighting the reunion boys, and I had this song on a CD, and it was my alarm clock.
Oh shit!
And I would set my alarm clock to maximum volume. I'm 16 or 17 years old, whatever prime sleeping through first period age is. And it's the da na 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 na, but the like hardcore metal one.
Yeah.
And it is so explosive at the beginning of that song, and it was track 1 on the CD, and it got to the point where the sound of a CD spinning up would wake me up because my body, in anticipation of that playing at like a zillion volume, would so it would like jolt me awake in the morning because I'd stay up all night playing.
And then you get hit again with a
Wow.
sound blast into the
No,
wall.
but like
No.
I would hear like
Yeah.
this, that CD spinning.
I
up
know the
sound.
noise. Yeah, yeah.
And that meant I had like maybe like 6 or 7 seconds to hit snooze before I would get blasted.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So that's sort of. Do you guys have anything else to add with the production? I mean, it did pretty well on home video release. It was, the movie's fine, I would say, but I couldn't really find anything about the actual making of the movie because I think it was made by the now defunct Square Enix, like movie.
You have
studio
a special edition Blu-ray in your possession with 1 million special features, and
The thing
you haven't watched any of that.
I don't know how well this movie did, but I think that I think no matter how it did financially compared to what they spent to make it, I think that it had kind of a positive like kind of just raises the tide a bit for Final Fantasy as a brand.
Yeah.
I think it's like it's kind of the first time they tried to do like how can we make money off of the popularity of our games outside of just making another game?
Mm-hmm.
So I
the special features don't really have. It's mostly just like
I feel like we're all
Grunting?
forgetting. I feel like we're all forgetting about the 2001 hit Final Fantasy.
Oh, Spirited Away.
I was going to say, because I think this was also a bit of a response to where people were criticizing the Spirits Within for not really being based off of any of the
Spirited
games.
Away, I'm such an idiot.
I mean, Alex, it's fine. Nobody remembers that fucking movie. I personally, my hot take for this episode is that I think that is a better movie than this movie. And almost,
I don't know if that's a hot take because you don't have to watch. You don't have to.
I mean, hot take for you fucking dweebs who love this movie.
Okay.
What I'll say about the production
Star Wars
value,
historian.
I'll say one thing that really hurts this movie.
Star Wars is also a better movie than this.
Star Wars is better than
also
Advent
fair.
Children. That's a raging hot. One thing that really hurts this movie is Final Fantasy VII Remake. In terms of like, because a lot of what made this movie so wicked when they were like, we're gonna make a movie is like, okay, I'm gonna see these fucking like behind Tim like paintbrush arm, like that is even his fucking picture there is so generous to how shitty the game looked now in retrospect.
His arms look like those special pencils from kindergarten when kids weren't like
when you
skills to hold the
trusted with real pencils. But it's like it's like whoa, like you get to see what these people would look like if they looked like, in my opinion at the time, actual real life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look
So
at
it's
how
like
fucking huge Tifa's eyes are.
But you watch the remake, or you play the remake now, and then you watch Advent Children, you're like, oh, the remake is basically what I remember Advent Children looking like.
Right. Yeah. I'm in a unique position where I haven't played remake. I would like to play it.
I've only played the first half of remake because it's the aforementioned inability at an old age to play a game that long.
The only thing that I've seen of the remake is when Cloud is wearing like a maid cat outfit. Yeah. And I was like, maybe I want to play this.
I think I'm starting to like Final Fantasy remake.
Yeah.
I'm also in a unique position where it's like the only Final Fantasy game that I had like managed to beat before you.
Yeah.
Like I crushed that in like 3 days.
Yeah. I was like, no spoilers, please. And you were like, well, wait a second. What if I tell you everything about that happens?
I didn't. I was just like, wait. You wait.
Yeah.
You wait. The whole time, like for 3 days. I was like,
what is your opinion on femboys?
They're boys that look like girls.
Well, there's these birds, right?
These boys. They're chicken ostriches and they're real fast.
They got long legs.
I guess we should get into the movie because I don't have anything.
I mean, we're
about
about 75 minutes in. Should we talk about the beginning of the movie soon?
Probably.
Let's get into the body of the episode.
Ho, 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 ho! Everybody back up, because here comes the body of the episode.
That's right. We've reached that point. We did start late, so it's fine. Listen, the beginning of this movie takes place right where the game ends. We see Red 13 and his kids. Who did he knock up? Got to ask that question.
Yeah.
And it's
Red 14 and Red 15 are with him.
Zing, got him.
Listen, his name's Nanaki. We all know that.
I assume it's that wolf that you keep seeing throughout the movie.
Yeah,
that big red cat that was running around.
Yeah,
I think that's worthy of this.
Theories.
What? It's the wolf?
Red 13 is like an asexual self-progenitor animal, like a snail or something.
Like a slug, yeah. It's like a Jabba the Hutt. Not to bring it back to Star Wars.
You shoot the leg off and it turns into a baby.
Yeah. But I thought I remember seeing that and being like, oh shit, this is hard canon. And then it's like 498 years earlier, 2 years after the.
So I guess Red is like an immortal being, or like at least lives as long as a Wookiee or something.
Yeah.
He's like the guardian.
Life finds a way.
Right. When they get to the top of the hill, Red goes like, "Ooh, ga ga boonga, wala honga." He's speaking to his children.
Sorry, Steve. I watched the dub.
Oh, right. So in the dub, it's like hundreds of years ago, me and my cool friends were in an airship.
But the opening sequence after that is basically Rufus with I think Hadash. They're being very vague and very ominous, but then they do a flashback to, I guess, 2 weeks earlier, where it shows Rude and Reno going into the northern crater and then
Trying to meet up with some.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't show that. It shows a helicopter.
Oh.
It's implied that Rude and Reno are in the.
Yeah.
It shows Reno in the...
A lot of this episode, a lot of sentences are going to have to start with "it was implied that."
Right. Okay, but
the whole thing was implied.
yeah.
The whole movie was implied.
We also get the moment, because this whole movie is technically a flashback, because the opening sequence after is Red and flashing back to 200 years earlier to then a man being pushed through the wheelchair up to the edge of a construction site, and then it goes to another flashback of 2 weeks earlier from that. And then we get to see the helicopter not crashing, just landing for a couple seconds, and everyone freaking out in the mist, and then it flies away, and you're like, okay,
it's called pacing. Learn about it.
It's called bad pacing. Yeah.
I do like that over the radio we hear Singh and Alina having just like the fight of their life, and later in the movie we find out that they got maybe killed, but not.
But then they weren't killed, because absolutely no one in this movie died.
They had 15 seconds. 15 seconds. It's sung as the biggest issue in the Turks, like in the narrative of the game. He's like the big bad Turk. He got 15 seconds of screen time.
Yeah.
In this movie.
Well, I
maybe they wanted to explore some of the other
characters.
characters.
The Turks a bit too much. Like in terms of like the Turks are now just only good guys, comic relief guys, and they're not like.
That's actually a very good point, because in the game they're mass murderers.
Yeah. Like
yeah.
I'm just like am I cheering? I'm like, and it's funny because my impression of the movie is I think Reno is my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but now when I watched it this time, I'm thinking, aren't the Turks like basically like the corporate CIA for Shinra?
Yeah, in this
they're
movie
also
they
Gestapo.
feel.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
basically
the Gestapo hit him in
yeah.
the face. Oh, it's so funny.
These are the goofy Gestapo. They remind me of Hack and Slash from Reboot.
Yeah.
The goofy Gestapo.
Yeah.
Vulcan Skull from Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Remember when Himmler fell off that building and landed in Hitler's arms? And
Yeah.
whoa!
And then Goebbels was like, "Mamma mia!"
He caught him. He caught him.
So we get after all of this vagueness and ominousness, we get sort of a recap of the game through Marley telling it. Yeah, and she basically just
one of
describes
the better voice actors from the movie. I would say.
He was like, once upon a time, the earth was full of magic power, and then we sucked it all out to turn our TVs and hot tubs on.
Meanwhile, Sephiroth found out he's a clone of his own mom, and then he wants to delete the earth because he's so mad with rage.
Shinra hoovered all the live stream up straight through its nose.
Sneefed it up.
And while they were hoovering the Earth's energy, Sephiroth was hoovering an asteroid towards his nose from outer space. And he almost
banging 7-gram
it.
rocks and finishing them.
And then the whole Earth created I don't know what happened. It made a shield.
The live stream came together to push Meteor, so it didn't.
Goku this is when hands up, and everybody prayed to Goku, and he made the spirit bomb.
Right, and at 50, we should bring up the fact that in this world, this level 56 to 59 team, several times during the fight, like their first fight with Sephiroth, the entire solar system was destroyed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Several times. Like probably 3 to 4 times.
He summons Meteor it's just a regular summon for him during it. So and it goes through all.
It got better though.
Everything is
Yeah,
gone.
and during the fight, he's like, "Guess what, Cloud? I just destroyed Pluto,
Mars."
Neptune, and I'm about to destroy Uranus." And Cloud's like, "Not my anus."
He's like, not today.
And then Steve was like, "Oh, maybe I should play this one."
Yeah, wait a minute, Uranus? That's my favorite planet.
But yeah, we go over to the town square. We start learning about the geostigma situation. It also, Ronin turns to me and goes, that's fentanyl, right? Like they're all.
I have a note here. I take notes while I watch movies. I have a note here. It says geostigma balls.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
that's pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
They do just all look like
I don't know when I
tent
wrote
bags.
it in context of the movie, but I did write it.
That was from 20 years ago.
Yeah. I turned to Mike the first time I'd ever hung out with him outside of grade 10 media class or whatever. Geostigma balls. I was a real pioneer.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got that geostigma?
yeah.
What's that?
Me and
Geostigma balls.
yeah, not as funny, but me and Danny during it, because the movie is so overwhelming and there's so many expo dumps, like every scene has its own exposition dump of a bunch of shit, like it just constant over and over again. And we kept saying like, this is geo overstimulating, because we kept like we could not
Well,
fucking
Was there any context for the story on their part or no?
Oh yeah, they've played the games as well.
Oh,
but,
okay.
So, and
Yeah.
like I've played the game as well, but
I
it
can
had been.
imagine subjecting someone who has never played Final Fantasy VII.
I don't think I've heard Danny say more times during a movie, "This is annoying," like about how long these sequences of characters like expo dumping were, and then I pointed out, like, you noticed that we're in a flashback within a flashback within another flashback within a flashback, right? And Danny was like, I didn't notice that. And you know, when I said it was annoying, I'm like, yeah, it's like
And
you
I'm
just
sure
made
there's-
it even more annoying.
I'm sure
Like,
they
oh,
want a
geez.
little bit of what are these guys? These guys at a fucking tailgate party or what?
Yeah, they're cooking hot dogs.
I'm sure there's, to some extent, they're trying to at least offer something to people who don't know what's supposed to be happening.
I said this just before you got here, Alex. I'm like, if I tried to show my mom this movie, her head would either explode or I would murder her because she would not stop asking me questions about what was happening in the movie, right? Like it's even difficult to follow for somebody who's familiar with Final Fantasy lore. As Jason and Ronan both said, they're like, even we were like, what? What the fuck?
I think I was more confused watching it now
Than
than
you
I
were the
was
first
when I
time.
first watched it.
That's how I felt too, and I think it's because I was actively trying to decipher what
I
was
think
going
I was
on.
just so caught up in it at the time. I
Yeah.
think visually there was just enough.
Well, because you're also not preparing to have a discussion about it with other people, right?
No, but I'm to be honest, I try to take it so seriously when I watch stuff for the show, and then I just don't. I end up just watching and enjoying the movie.
I
And
know, but
every,
you wanna be
every
able to-
once in a while, I'll write like Tifa balls or something.
Yeah.
And then,
Mine
Oh,
was,
large
remember
melon.
I told, but the one I know wrote
I
was,
just love
remember, it's not
watching
gay if you
movies,
keep your
man.
socks on. Yeah, that was my
Yeah.
big note for the movie.
Yeah.
So we're now, where are we? We're at the moment where we're discovering
meet
the
Marlene.
disease, right? Like everybody's dying
They're
of the
puking in the
disease.
streets. We meet
Yeah.
Marlene and Denzel for a moment, but then we go over to Seventh Heaven, where we can hear about
Seventh heaven.
every time I saw it on the screen. I said it out loud. Seventh Heaven.
When I
And I
discovered
thought
it
it
was like a
was
bar, I was
cadaver.
like, in my brain, I'm like, there's a bar across the street that's more popular than theirs, and it's called the Ninth Lair, and it's just full of like a bunch of ex-soldier drug addicts and people who have the disease, and they're all making out like a Matrix club or something, just rubbing their nasty geostim all over each other.
Yeah. But
I
we
killed
heard about
60 men in Wu Tai.
I dream about Mother Gaia every single goddamn night.
Do you like Wu Tai women?
I love them. I have to sleep on the floor with a rock for a pillow, just like I did when we were invading Wu Tai. Now come over here and rub your geosting all over my butthole.
The Wu Tai took my shins.
And Shinra took my arms.
Just a potato man hopping around. We hear about the geostigma over the radio to get a little bit more context, and it seems like people are not happy about it. And Tifa's there.
Yeah,
She's
orphan
the-
sickness not very popular.
No. People are just like living in mass in the streets because they're being like unhoused because of it and stuff too. It seems like. Also, this whole area is in ruins. This town
It's not,
square.
not a great. I mean, people are getting about it though. They're living their lives.
Yeah.
A lot of them are carrying boxes around for
It
sure.
seems like everybody in the whole city. It seems like the whole city just walks around in the street.
Yeah.
That's the whole.
Yeah.
They're very much NPCs.
Their ecosystem
Yeah,
is just
they
them
haven't.
bumping
Well,
into each other.
all the presumably the reactors are like maybe not working or something, so they don't have professions. They're
Like,
just
"It's my puddle water. Get away from my puddle water.
You're
I'm
a
drinking
hustler
that."
or a bustler,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, I gotta go. It's 9 o'clock. I gotta bustle, and then they just grab their box.
Like, all right, let's move it.
I have a note at this timestamp, and it says this movie is straight up on YouTube. And then I said it's been up for 11 years, and it's just some guy.
Some guy has it. It was like Ginny Dano or something.
Yeah, Ginny Dano. I'm like, oh, okay, nobody cares, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I guess you can just put a movie on YouTube.
You know, my name's Dinny
and
Dano. I monetized it and everything, and nobody's stopping me.
Yeah, exactly.
I put my kids through college with Final Fantasy Advent Children.
Yeah.
Monetization money.
Yeah. Because the one on the other pirate sites are in Japanese, and they don't have subtitles.
with no subtitles.
Mm.
I found one with Russian subtitles.
The Seventh Heaven is still getting calls. I guess Cloud used to be a courier or some sort of odd job doer.
Yeah.
She answers the phone, basically says that he's not around anymore. And then we just get a shot of the Buster Sword and a wolf. And Cloud is making a call. And he's just,
This is the
riding.
first moment where I'm like, oh no, they're gonna just do whatever the fuck they want with the camera, aren't they? Because like I do like animated movies. I enjoy them in a lot of respects more than I enjoy live action movies. There's some of my most favorite movies of all time are animated, but I love when they still treat the camera work as though it's a real camera there, you know. And this movie does do that for a lot of it. But there are moments where they're just like, now we're just going to have a weird sweeping camera angle that like goes, like clips through a picture frame and then it like clips and it does another one. And you're like, what is the purpose of this? What is it trying to do to me mentally to have that sort of action? And she's just answering her phone.
Yeah.
And I was like, and this was pretty early in the movie. So I'm like, oh, fuck, I hope that this isn't going to happen a lot. And it did. It did happen quite a lot. They do it so much during the fight sequences. But I mean, I get they're trying to have this sort of like fanciful fight where like the rules of reality are bent so severely that anything can happen in them. So I'm able to forgive it. But when it's just a sequence where she's picking up a phone, just lock the camera down, guys. What are you fucking doing with this sweeping bullshit?
I think that for that stuff, for the weird physics stuff, I think the live stream acts sort of like the Force in a way where it can sort of allow you to have superpowers a bit.
I'm not
These guys are
talking
like
about
level 50.
them jumping around and stuff. That's fine. I'm talking about the camera itself,
okay.
right? Did the camera guy also take materia? He's like,
Yeah. He's got big camera material.
Master camera material.
yeah. He's got the camera.
Camera
He
is
puts the
the life.
materia in his arm, and the camera just becomes part of his head. He's like got a camera head.
Yeah, he
There's
was
some
farming the
dude
80s
and
back in Midgar's
his
Island.
arm is just a camera. And
Yeah, and he's like, The
Like that
boom
monster
man,
from Hellraiser 2
Yeah.
or 3. Hellraiser 3. I
the
think.
boom guy like opens
Yeah.
his shirt, and the boom mic comes out of his chest, and he's like, "Everybody quiet."
So this is the first like action sequence. It's a chase between we see the remnants for the first time. They're chasing Cloud. He's twitching and freaking out because it's heavily implied that he has the geostigma, which we find out he does later.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get Genova back.
My mom.
This is another thing that I also I was disappointed because like it's so obvious that he has the geostigma. Like it's not even heavily hinted at. It's just like he does have it. Like he's grabbing his arm every time he does it. Goes like a flash is happening or whatever, and you're like, okay, he's got it. But he's got his like this big billowy sleeve covering it up, and then later he rips it off, and it just looks exactly the same as everybody else's geostigma. I'm like, give me some pussy bubbles or some like make it look 10 times worse.
Yeah,
you know?
his geostigma should coat the entirety of his fucking body.
Yeah, he should have like a black arm, basically.
Yeah, like Princess
how much
Mononoke or something, where it's
materia
got all like the
I've
worms on it and shit.
Or
You should
do a
be
little
fucked
visual
up.
storytelling with that and having it grow as the movie continues so that there's
Yeah.
a ticking clock element.
Yeah.
You know, like a movie.
Like a movie would do. Yeah.
That's narrative.
Yeah.
They do,
This movie doesn't have that.
in Final Fantasy 13, those like tattoos that they have get worse and worse as the game goes on because they're becoming.
Tim worked on
That's another
13. That's
whole-
why.
It's another Nomura.
Tim was an
fucking-
advisor. Yeah, he had an advisory role in the script writing room. So, guys, I've seen movies before, and I've also seen.
And when they make these movies,
I'm familiar with time.
There was a moment during this fight too where Ronin hits me on the shoulder and goes, "Bullet blocking biker goggles," because he takes a bullet right to the face and his goggles just scatter
Is that
off
the-
his
Can I
head.
ask a question about fiction in general?
I thought you were going to say, can I ask a question about bullet blocking bullet
but-
goggles
no,
and how it sounds a
kind
lot
of
like
am.
Dilly Dally Shilly Shally?
I kind of am. Is there a single work of fiction that has swords and guns where guns are more powerful than swords? Ever? Like swords are like
Pirates
guns,
of the Caribbean.
I guess, but I mean,
Indiana
that's
Jones?
supposed to be
Always
rooted
Sunny
in
in
kind of in
Philadelphia.
real life. I guess I mean
Right,
like fantastical swordplay. It's like I feel like guns are almost like they're never.
Well,
good.
what about in Final Fantasy 8 and 13 where they combine the two into
Oh,
one? Into a
gunblades,
gunblade.
yeah.
And
But
more
but a gun. Why is a gun blade better than a gun? It's
or a
never-
blade.
Because it's got a blade on
You
it.
pull the trigger when
It's actually
you push the
objectively
button.
worse than both. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know how they put bayonets on guns?
Yeah,
Think
exactly.
of the
I
whole
guess
weapon
that's
as the
true.
bayonet. Like think of
Yeah.
the gun being the bayonet to your sword.
Mm.
There
That's-
you go. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I can't
know.
think of one where they're at least not balanced in some capacity, but at the same time, it's like it's one of those things
I
that
feel like if you have someone with a
obscure.
cool sword and then you have a story, why have a gun?
yeah. Well, I mean, there's a reason the person has the sword, right? Like they're better with it.
I know.
It's cooler, and
For sure.
Because
Yeah.
they move, because
I
like,
guess
in
it's
these
hard to shoot someone
situations-
from a motorcycle with a sword.
in these situations.
he does try and throw his sword a million times, and he
That's
misses every time.
that's airtight logic there.
Yeah.
In these stories, these characters can you can usually see that they move faster than bullets.
Yeah.
So like bullets have kind of an upper limit to how fast they can move. If you can move faster than a bullet and you have a sword,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that
That's a good
sword
point.
is a bullet that's now cutting you in half and is moving twice as fast.
Also, you made a really good point because Kadash has like the double sword
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah.
And I was
You're
like,
not going to steal this from me. Are
that's
you?
cool. Well, just say it then because I'm
Okay,
gonna.
so my other big gripe, other than Bahamut being summoned from a blue materia, my other big gripe is that Kadash has a katana that has two blades that are parallel.
Yeah, it's twice as many
That-
blades as a normal one.
That immediately makes it a worse sword. It immediately because of a blade is a force multiplier. So like you know how you like people can walk on beds of nails or lay on beds of nails, but if you try to lay on one nail, it just goes in you.
Yeah.
It's the same principle. You have two blades that's dividing the force versus
Yeah.
one edge.
Yeah, but you can
All of
catch.
that.
a
Yeah, but what if
sword
you go like,
between them.
"Fwah!"
Yeah.
One of those.
Well, that is.
Or
that's
what if
a
you cut
different
someone and they
thing.
only have one band-aid?
Fuck,
Who's the
you're right.
idiot now?
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
Your
I
logic's out the window.
Don't cry.
No, I have
Don't
two.
cry, little brother.
No,
One time I got bit by two dogs. One of them had one tooth, and the other one had a mouthful of teeth. The
Yeah.
one tooth was way worse. It was way worse.
that's what I'm trying to
I think a
express.
double blade katana falls under the umbrella of rule of cool.
Yeah, I was
Absolutely.
gonna say, it just looks
it's
cool.
Visual
All right, I'll
stylism.
fuck off then.
No.
No,
it's-
but you're also
it's-
right
no,
because
it is,
in a
it is
tradition,
definitely in a real world situation.
yeah, in a real world situation, traditionally the blade goes all the way into the hilt of the sword, so it's part of it. If you've got that, it's also like at way more likelihood it's going to snap in half. Because
Yeah.
But you know what? This dude Kadash can probably move faster than bullets, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, he's like
Now
a
he's
queer
got
coded
two
villain. He wanted a flamboyant sword. You know, he's like
Yeah.
two swords are better than one, but one
Yeah,
sword is
yeah.
cooler if it had two blades. So how about just
No,
two
come
blades?
Everybody
Brother,
else
I
has
wanna
a
kiss
one-bladed
you.
sword.
Yeah,
And
I want to kiss you so we can make Sephiroth again.
yeah.
And visually, it's a response to Sephiroth's super long sword. I think it's the Masamune in that one as
Masamune,
well.
yeah.
And,
never
and
put that
Cloud's Buster sword that like they're trying to think of.
It's the Masamune split into two. That's amazing. I'm so dumb. No, I'm so down now.
This is the best movie
Forget
ever
everything I
made.
said. We gotta rewatch it.
Yeah, you're like, wait
Hold
a
on, we're
minute,
gonna
the
pause
sword is
this
actually
show.
amazing now. Never mind.
Yeah.
Time for a 40-minute video essay.
That's genius.
And these are the reasons why this sword is cool now.
Number 10.
Yeah.
Burger King foot lettuce. Burger King foot lettuce. So during this sequence, we get a lot of really cool action shots. We have all these like Final Fantasy style dogs chasing them, and it all coalesces into them attacking Cloud, but they disappear. It was all a ruse, and the bros retreat. So Cloud
Was it
heads
a
to
ruse?
It was. I think it was.
I don't want to attack you with my dogs. I just want to kiss you so we can make Sephiroth.
I wonder
Cloud
maybe
heads-
these three are all of Sephiroth's like true homosexual feelings being expelled into three very unique twinks.
There's crying, punching.
Sephiroth wants
We got some very unique
Yes.
twinks in this movie.
the person that is housing the memories of his little brother.
I think me and Steve watched this movie through different lenses.
I think so too. Yeah. Mine were
Yeah.
mostly just being like, everyone's very gay in this movie. Everything about it seemed gay.
That's the
It was
lens that I watched it through too. How many times
I
did I
didn't
say
see
now
any
kiss?
heterosexual sex at all. Now that
there
He
isn't any. It's
constantly
just
said no
this
kiss.
very. But I mean, I guess this is just anime in general all the time, where it's like either you're a very young, beautiful man, a young, beautiful woman, and then everybody else is like monstrously gross and bulky and nasty. Like there's like no regular people in between.
That's
you know?
Nomura. That's the
Yeah.
Nomura.
I guess all the people in the street are supposed to be the regular people, like the guy with the Lincoln beard getting knocked over, and he's like, "Whoa, you punched me so hard, my mustache fell off," or whatever.
Did you know
I
that
think
in
he said
Final
that.
Fantasy X, Orin is only 35 years old?
Yeah, that's wild.
Zoiks.
I mean, that's like Japanese culture, right? Is like
Yeah.
youth is celebrated and aging is like they look at it like you turn into a monster.
Well, in Japanese in anime, when women get older, their boobs get massive for some reason. I've always been curious about.
I feel like that's a specific genre of anime, Jason.
no, that's happens. It's a thing. It's a thing in Naruto. That's it.
Yeah.
Tsunade in Naruto specifically has some massive yaps.
Yeah.
I can't believe I just said
Jason
yaps.
watches a
That's
lot
just
of weird animated Simpson porn.
Marge
Like, I don't know.
in
Every year, Marge's boobs
um,
get bigger. I don't know what's
yeah.
going on.
The
He's
birthday
got the
boy.
belt. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're a tag team.
Computer,
Okay.
call me homie.
Yeah.
Computer, make this woman's yaps huge.
Yeah.
Well,
man.
Cloud heads to, I guess, over to see Reno. He fights Reno when he gets there. Rude enters the room, and he's cool as hell. I think he reminds me of The Rock. He reminds me, The Rock could have played him in a live-action movie at the time. And Rufus is there, the son of the president of Shinra, who was a huge heel. Disappears from the game after you beat him, but has, I guess, existed this whole time in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
And-
I was very surprised when I first saw the movie, and I was like, I thought he blew up in the building and all that. But
Yeah.
whatever.
That's why he has all those
Whatever.
bandages on. He's healing. He's been healing for the last 2 years or however long.
If
the
you
game
are
is.
killed in an explosion, you need to put a blanket on your head. ASAP.
Yeah.
ASAP.
This is my healing blanket.
Rufus
It can't
has a face
go
hurt.
into direct sunlight.
Get that Phoenix Down nonsense out of
Yeah.
here.
It's also funny how
Give me
loud
my
the wheelchair
alien
is.
head and put a blanket on me.
It's funny, like when
Ru-
Cloud is standing there and he sees them, and then you just hear like, and the wheelchair is like, like coming. I'm like, this is a loud wheelchair. Like it doesn't sound cool or anything. It's just like this loud,
I like the
rickety
part when he
wheelchair.
stands up.
So
And has a
I-
Spoilers.
until I started watching the movie, I had almost forgotten every single image from this movie except for him being like, dun, 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 like when he pulls the fucking blanket.
Well, look
Yeah.
who's walking.
Wait a minute, he can walk? This is crazy.
And he's got a goal, and he's got a gun that fucking unfolds.
And shoots 2 bullets at the same time.
Yeah, there was.
See that's better than a two-bladed
We're all
sword.
older
I
than
would
you,
say.
so we all knew
That's
the
what
laptop
they-
gun from Perfect Dark. So
Yeah, they almost
Right.
called it Final Fantasy: The Man with the Folding Gun.
Fuck.
And 3 nipples.
That was so good.
Rufus admits that the Earth has been messed up because of Shinra, and Sephiroth is still around, and they want to destroy him once and for all. They found nothing at the Northern Cave except these 3 brothers, remnant men, and
yeah,
they
they found
recruit
nothing
Cloud.
except for 3 people who look vaguely like Sephiroth,
Yeah,
They've got white hair and they're very pretty.
and
Yeah, they
they're
all
crazy as a shithouse rat.
Yeah. They don't
Alex,
talk
I'd
to
like
each
to
other
dial
like
down
real
into that for a
people.
second. Can you explain to me what a shithouse rat is?
Well, imagine a rat, which you already think is a little bit out of there, right? You would think that rats are crazy, and now imagine one that lived in an outhouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always
You'd have to be
assume.
crazy.
Yeah, he'd have to be even crazier than a regular rat.
Yeah,
All he
yeah,
has
Yeah.
to eat is shit.
Exactly. He eats shit.
yeah.
That's
don't
what I was
know.
thinking.
My
I've heard
grandmother's
that
from
saying.
Prince Edward Island, and she would
Yeah.
say stuff like that, and
Oh,
I
That's
just
incredible.
gotta bank them.
I love that. I love
Yeah, I've
that.
heard that saying before, and I always just associate
Crazy,
it with
yeah.
it, like.
I mean, you
Nazi
probably heard
garbage,
me
but-
say it, me or Nick say it a million
That's
times.
probably true. Yeah.
Or what's another good one? Oh, that one, dear. She would steal your eyes and come back for the sockets. That was another one.
Now it's
That's
wild.
good though.
Yeah,
that one also
yeah.
makes
This guy
sense because
just
she's.
legit high five because that saying is so good.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Steal
'cause,
your
like-
eyes and come back for the sockets, dear.
And that's so
Yeah.
Maritimes, it's not even
yeah,
funny.
it's
Oh,
pretty.
outrageous.
It's pretty.
Despite
it's pretty
Jason
strong.
being from Toronto,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am from Halifax, and that is Maritime.
Oh yeah, Jason. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's from.
He thinks
Toronto
he thinks he doesn't even have an accent, and then he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I don't have an accent. I just go out and get in my car every morning. And,
now. He made fun
Go
of
to
me
work.
for saying cart earlier,
yeah,
and he's from.
yeah,
No, he's from Toronto now. I'll give it to it. He wants
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
from Toronto,
yeah.
but I'm not gonna argue with him on that. But I like being from Nova Scotia.
Yeah. You're proud of where you come from.
Oh,
I am.
you guys sound like pirates.
Yeah.
You guys sound like pirates. Go back to
Listen, Bob.
Wu-Tai.
No, you fucking listen, bud. You fucking listen.
We're the Wu-Tai of Canada.
Yeah.
The Wu-Tai clan.
Maritize.
Ah,
Oh my goodness.
I understand that we're in Ontario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that we're in Ontario, so
I
I'm
mean,
gonna keep my mouth shut.
Toronto looks like Midgar.
Midgar. Yeah.
You think
Bunch of
everything
people
looks
walking around
like
with
Midgard.
boxes.
You're
Sick
literally
kids
like,
laying
oh,
on
it's
the
a
ground.
city. It's Midgard.
Yes.
It's a whole Final Fantasy to you.
My theory is that the wolf is Zack as a spirit because why a random wolf is there? Well, you know what? You tell me.
That's a pretty good one, actually. Also, his hair is he's got that wolf cut, man. That's what they literally call that, is a wolf cut.
Well, and in the game, they make a point to say that when something dies the life and turns into live stream, it becomes something else alive. So
Yeah, there's a lot of wolf motifs around both of them. Like
My brain has been poisoned so hard by our modern era that like every time they said live stream, I kept thinking they were saying live stream, and like Sephiroth's like, soon they will join the live stream. I'm like, what?
That was me driving home past ET or whatever. Soon I will join the live stream.
You're going to die and become a bug.
Yeah.
Part of the live stream.
Yeah.
So over to the church, Aerith's famous church. Cloud's been living there. They find a geostig rag. So there's naturally he's got it, and they think he might be sick. Then back over to Reno and Rude, who talk about how it's been 2 years since the Sephiroth incident. Sung and Alina are gone, and right as the scene ends, black smoke is kind of coming through the door. Now that's never really explained further. I assume it's just the remnant brothers coming through the door. Now this is something. This next part, I think, Steve, you were messaging me and Tim about, where it's Denzel having a flashback about being homeless. He's all stigged up.
No, this is not even the time that I was telling you. There's another moment that's even more egregious than this, but go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Denzel
When he
finds
meets Cloud.
Cloud's awesome motorcycle. He uses the phone to make a phone call that calls.
He picked up Cloud's cell phone.
Yeah.
A Motorola. Plug it. That company's still around, right? They probably make like mufflers now or something.
The background of the phone, also wolf themed, is one of the door knockers from Shinra Mansion. Also, he's got one of these things on his shoulder.
And it's his earring. His earring and the little brooch on his shoulder pad. And the
that wolf is definitely his bro.
Yeah.
He definitely didn't fuck.
Denzel tries to call his home, and we know that because as it's like user not picking up.
Oh right, sorry, I forgot I was homeless, and then he hung up
with a cracked flex.
Section 7.
Yeah,
Section 7. Getting calls because they dropped the pizza on it.
Oh, okay.
He looks at the phone history. There's many calls to Seventh Heaven, so he's like, okay.
I think that they were from Seventh Heaven.
Or yeah, from
later trying to reach him over and over again.
Yeah, Tifu is like, hey, I've been calling you, whatever. Why you never pick up the phone over here? Pretty sure that's what she sounds like.
You do so much justice.
Exactly.
Yeah. You
make her sound even.
Hey, I'm fucking Tifu over here.
We're gonna fucking.
Hey, don't make me put my gloves on, or somebody's gonna get fucking slapped.
And then she puts her gloves on and gets fucking washed.
Yeah.
In a scene.
We'll get to that in a moment. He has a stig attack, but then Cloud finds him as he's stigging out.
He got overstimulated.
Are you allowed to say all this?
As it goes stig.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking I should have stuck with my original name if we were going to start throwing that around. I was going to be Alex Genova's Witness Gal. But I'm like, I don't think I want a screenshotable thing of me having that. Like,
yeah, that could come back to haunt you.
Yes.
Haunt you, and then it'll come back for the eye sockets or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Tim's reaction. I haven't seen you laugh. Like, I've seen you laugh hard on this show, but I haven't seen you laugh this hard.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna make myself vulnerable here. Every single time I say something funny, the first thing I do is look at Tim to see.
Did I get him? Did I get him?
So that's a captive audience. Yeah.
Back at Reno and Rude's, Rufus tells them about finding the box that has like the Genova's goo. What's
Jello?
remaining of it?
It's
Jello,
Geo Jello.
My mom is liquid.
My mom got liquefied. She got slimed.
It's a mom shake.
It comes back later.
I need to kiss my brother and drink my mom so we can be Sephiroth again.
It's my understanding that I have to smooch my bro and then drink my mom juice. And then
I want to take my double katana and make it one big katana.
It's a really cool game, I promise.
I have to drink my mom.
Well, let me tell you something, Jack. You gotta drink your Genova mom and kiss your brothers.
And stop
win
crying.
at WrestleMania. And stop crying, dude.
Oh, that's the other thing.
They talk about crying so much.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, the one guy cries a bunch. The guy with like the 60s guy haircut, where he's like, "I'm the 60s Sephiroth." Whoa! And he's like, "Boo!" But he's like the worst crying voice.
But they just keep telling each other in a circle not to stop crying, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I assume that they're very.
They should have taken one of those times where they said, "Don't cry," and they should have replaced that with some exposition so I knew what the fuck was going on.
Well, I mean, if I were writing this, I would have done how the three of them are three aspects of something that's established about Sephiroth to represent him better, and also those traits have a payoff later on.
Yeah. And one of them's a good juggler. One of them is really good with money.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of them wears
the other one
cat
cries
hats.
all the time.
Yes. That's Sephiroth for you.
One of them wants to kiss his brother.
Yeah, one of them loves Game of Thrones a little too much.
Did they have all melded into him? Is that something that should have happened?
That just turns into Sephiroth, though. That's the thing.
But then the other two are just what? They're just like spare parts or what?
Yeah, that's what I thought they would.
Rude at that time.
I thought that it would have to be the three of them converge into one. But I think the movie is implying throughout that like anybody who has this has the potential to turn
Geostigma,
into him.
I guess.
All they have to do is kiss their brother and drink their mom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're all supposed to be somewhat extensions of Genova. Is the idea.
Cool
Which
low
they've also-
payments.
There was that one flashback where it's Sephiroth and he's tucking them all into bed and he's like, "Don't forget to kiss your brother goodnight and drink your mom juice before bed."
Did you finish all your mom juice?
Did we watch different YouTube videos?
you're my favorite, so I'm going to take my sword and break it into two and make it into
This
one.
sounds like one of Jason's movies that he watches when he goes to sleep.
Yeah, the Jason show.
What movies are you watching before bed that have to do with kissing brothers and drinking moms?
Whoa.
Well, you caught me.
You got
I
me.
have to reveal something to you all right now, and it's going to be a harsh reality. Allow me to be a little bit vulnerable. I like to watch videos of brothers kissing and drinking mom's juice.
Good thing I'm his cousin.
Hey, seventh heaven.
Oh no, the implication is terrible.
For those of you still with us, welcome to the third hour of the podcast as we explore the first fight of the movie.
And we still don't even know what stigma is yet. Stigma, geostigma.
Geostigmata. Genova lives on the
Geonosis.
live stream.
Geonosis stigmata.
They need her cells to reform. So Genova is an interplanetary being that came to Gaia, and that's the reason for all of this happening, basically. There was this doctor named Hojo who used these Genova cells to create horrible monsters.
Very problematic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he also knocked up
In
Vincent.
the English dub, he's named Howard Johnson.
I'm surprised Hojo
And he's voiced by Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Hojo isn't like referenced at all in this because he's a pretty big part of the story.
I'm going to make this dog fuck this girl.
He does try to make
Genova
Red
came from
13
space.
bang Eric.
Yeah.
That's part
Found a
of
way
it.
to make clones.
I'm going to make a new ancient baby. It's going to be the dog fucking the girl.
I hope no one comes out of a coffin and kills me.
I don't like vampires.
That was so much better than mine.
He's the voice actor
Yeah.
with incredible impression.
Oh my god.
Right. So the brothers are remnant freaks, and fuck. The remnants freak out Rufus. But then we go over to find out that the people are afraid of the stigmas. I like the Moogle stuffed animal. I think that was a fun moment.
That's because that's what you play in Final Fantasy 14.
I don't.
They're like, remember Moogles? And you're like, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like that.
And you're like,
It's not an obscure thing.
love
The Moogle comes over to Denzel and it's like, you want to synthesize an Ultima weapon? You don't have enough orichalcum. Go talk to Winnie the Pooh more.
Is that?
I heard about a guy who's got orichalcum bones on Mount Olympus.
Oh man.
Okay, yeah. Now grab the crab from Little Mermaid and get over there.
Yeah.
You need to take pictures of all of the Mickey Mouse.
You can use the Bastion's music to hypnotize the enemy.
Yeah.
Is that Tigger?
I don't know. I'm playing one of those stupid cats from Final Fantasy.
The
Oh.
Moogles.
Oh.
The Moogles.
Excuse me. Don't talk.
we're
How,
pretending to
that's
be
our
Moogles.
word.
Moogle here.
But they all talk like
Whoosh.
Tigger.
Yeah, he had the voice of a Hanna-Barbera character.
Denzel is
Yeah.
trying to make the Ultima weapon, which is the best keyblade.
Right.
How is he trying to do that? By getting sick and dying?
Yeah, by getting
I'm not saying,
space cancer.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying he's doing it well.
Yeah. Remember when
I'm saying he's doing well.
Princess Diana visited Denzel?
Uh-oh.
Whoa. Where are we going?
Holy shit.
Yeah. Was that her in the alley, like shitting herself to death? She's like, oh, I knew I shouldn't have drank that puddle water. Oh.
They're drinking the Forbidden City water supply.
Considering, they're all homeless. They're lucky that they're only sick with geostigma.
Yeah.
Right?
They're lucky ducks.
I love bottled water.
Denzel tries to relate. Cloud puts Zach's sword back up because it got knocked over. We get a flashback to Zach, and he has a sting attack. Now, okay, this part, we don't really have to talk about
Does
it
it
a
just
lot.
make
but
you think of dead people? Like,
I love dead people.
Mm.
I love dead people. That's my Shaq impression. So the fight between Tifa and Laws was very prominent in my life because of the piano version of the battle theme. I had, speaking of having songs on a CD, I had this song on every CD I created. I listened to this song probably a million times. I still listen to it to this day. I think it's one of the best recreations of something from Final Fantasy. And knowing that Nobuo Uematsu was like, I'm going to create it for this scene was incredible. Now, this fight is good because it's literally, like Ronin said, Tifa just gets washed. But I found it so brutal that he, like, they're fighting and fighting, but towards the end, when he has this, like, his bar goes back up, he gets up out of the wreckage. When he goes up and does that, like, weird fist move to her, when he fists her, nope.
Yeah.
The weird thing where, like, he's off camera, and it, like, goes.
This is the best fight in the movie, by the way.
I agree with you. I think it's very
I like the.
I disagree. But
Ronin, CDs are what we used to put songs on before MP3 was
Jokes on you.
And we would,
you.
And we would burn them.
I was
we would burn them in a ritual.
Sorry, I forgot you're from Nova Scotia. CDs are what you currently use to listen to music.
I'm gonna go home.
Okay,
I'm gonna go home.
That's understandable. That was a huge burn.
That was a huge burn. I'll have you know that when I was 10, okay, Dad taught me how to use a record
CDs
player
came through
with
town,
his-
and everyone got to go there for their school trip.
Huge burn was
We don't
also what
even
you
have
did before you
towns yet,
left
man.
Halifax. So you had music
We're
to
still-
listen to on the way here.
I can't even keep track of the burns. I'm going home.
Correct.
God.
No, it's fine.
What was that, Alex? I think you coined a term that was like a
The Halifax
Halifax.
hand-me-down.
yeah.
When you
what's
pick a half-smoked cigarette off the ground and finish it. The Halifax hand-me-down.
Oh man.
That's
We were,
fucked up.
hey, you guys owe me a
Oh.
T-shirt. We were supposed to make that.
I know. I couldn't figure out a good way to do it, but what I landed on was a baby picking up a cigarette and smoking it.
In my head, it was like a well-manicured woman's hand with red nail polish picking up a
Right.
cigarette off
From like a
dirty
1950s
Halifax alley
like
ground.
brochure or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Halifax hand-me-down.
It's the antithesis to the chef's fingers picture.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
There was one day that I saw a guy smoke crack on Pizza Corner. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, that doesn't
Pizza
phase
Corner is the only way
the
they have pizza.
Ontarians as much as some of the other things. You
Yeah,
guys
I
say.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you guys are.
Yeah,
from-
the most surprising part of that was when you said you saw it one time.
I know. I'm sitting at one time, and I was
Yeah.
like, "That guy smoking
Today?
crack," and you guys are like,
Yeah,
"That's all."
I've smelled crack on the subway as many times as I can imagine.
he wasn't even he wasn't even putting it into his own penis.
He didn't have his penis fully in view
Yeah.
while he was smoking the crack.
He didn't smoke it out of his penis.
Oh, boy.
I saw like a 5 or 6 year old kid light up a cigarette on a train platform in London, England. That fucked me up. That was a weird one.
The candy cigarettes, mate.
Yeah.
Full of cotton floss and shit.
Said Red 13.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Said Cat said. So I like how this has that the battle ends before Laws gets back up and the cell phone plays the victory theme. I
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
that always
That was a good way to work it in. Very good way to work it in.
Sorry, I had to.
But yeah, Laws tricks her and bashes her to bits. Marlene just starts whipping materia at Laws, fully not understanding how materia is supposed to be used.
Imagine if it just exploded, killed him right there.
That'd be crazy.
I
That'd
think-
be great.
I wrote that Tifa landing on the wall of the church and the petals floating around is one of the better shots of the movie.
Yeah,
Maybe the best shot of the movie.
doing
More
superhero
concept,
landing
yeah.
on the wall.
Yeah, that was cool.
And it's Tifa. She's very
Yeah.
pretty.
She's
Yeah.
very pretty.
She's actually I think she's pretty modest and downplayed in this compared to almost every other.
I think that she's vapid and stupid in this. She doesn't fucking like. She constantly is like on the phone with people and then hang up the phone and then she'll be like, and and then like stare for a bit and then be like, oh, let's get out of here. The one character that you need a flashback so you know what the fuck she's thinking about, they don't give to. We get flashbacks for Cloud every time we know exactly what he's going to do. Oh, he's going to think about his friend again. But like she is constantly looking off into the middle distance and you don't know ever what she's thinking. The only time that you do know what she's thinking is near the end where it's like broadcasted very clearly like that she's happy about what's happening.
I just meant that they made her bazongas a bit smaller than every other depiction of her.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant that like her
I just meant that
diminished.
visually she looked like a real person, and I thought
her shirt
does.
That shirt does have artificial nipples, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
the whole movie is
she's basically like Batman.
Cloud's also artificial.
She's got the Schumacher special.
Yeah.
The shoe nipples.
In Remake and Rebirth, they also made her proportions more accurate to like what a woman looks like.
Still ridiculous.
She's still ridiculous, but also if you
but she looks like she could exist in real life if you.
They explain in Rebirth specifically that like she does have all this apprehension in her life. She's sort of like unsure all the time, which they kind of tried to show in this movie. In the game, you don't really see it. She's just like kind of, third supporting character.
I think everyone's just really polite to her because she's pretty, so she doesn't know how shit the world is.
Can I say something?
Of course.
I disagree with you. I think that the actual main character of Final Fantasy VII is Tifa. You're just witnessing the story through Cloud's eyes. I think
Theories.
I think that all of the events that actually shape the Eric is probably the secondary main character. I think that all of the actual main events of the game entirely involve around Tifa and her decision. Okay. And then you are just witnessing the aftermath and kind of like navigating through what her life is doing.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Personally, that's what I've always found.
That's a good theory.
A lot of the story is contextualized by her character choices as well. So there's some logic to that.
And this movie, the protagonist is Denzel? I don't fucking know. I don't know who the protagonist is.
No, Geostigma. Is the main character.
Yeah, Geo is a character.
That Rash is the main character for sure.
Yeah. Cloud returns to the church to find Tifa knocked out, and then he gets knocked out by Geostigma. And then over to Cloud and Tifa.
For like the 12th time in the movie, by the way. Every single time he's constantly like, ah! Remember the 5th of November.
Is this the part then that you were talking about, Steve? Where they wake up, it flashes back to picking up Denzel from when Cloud found Denzel, then over to the Geostigma kids getting rounded up. We're not even there yet.
That's like the most convoluted scene in the entire movie.
Okay.
I think that's the peak of convolution. That one.
I think that this movie is edited like a jigsaw puzzle is fucking the most convolution of the whole thing. Because it's like, just tell it linearly. It is told like a dream, right? Like everything is just all over the place. To the point that at the very end of the movie, like it flashes back again. If you go to the end of the credits, I don't know if you guys did, it flashes to like, I assume that's supposed to be Red and his kids talking about the flowers or whatever. And it's like the whole movie's a flashback, but also flashback, flash forward, flash sideways, flash over here. Like the whole movie is constantly doing it. That it makes it
Final Fantasy.
It's like us doing this podcast.
Yes. Jason keeps saying like, I think this is the moment you were talking about, Steve, when you were messaging us. I'll let you know when we get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because this isn't even it.
So will Jason.
Yeah.
I'll finally say
no, because that's the last time I wrote. Like, is this what Steve was talking about? The brothers. Well, I didn't write it down literally, but it's sticking out of my head. Yeah. The brothers have Marlene, and they're at the Forbidden City, aka the City of the Ancients, and they start equipping materia right into their arms, which made Ronin say that's not how that works.
I was like, these guys don't even know how to use this shit.
So I don't know how it works either. How does it usually work?
Well, they're only
goes
like
into
10 minutes
weapons and
old, though.
equipment.
So they're
See
doing
behind my head here how there's those holes? Yeah, they pop them into the blade.
I see your holes, Jason. Don't you worry.
Look at my
But,
holes. Tim.
I've just destroyed Pluto, Neptune, and now I'm going for Uranus.
That's where you keep all your material.
Do you know how much materia I could fit up there?
It's still only one slot.
Around 9 to 10 inches.
Unless you have it on a string.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Materia anal beads.
Don't worry, I tested it on a Pringles can earlier.
Yeah.
It'll fit.
Imagine you put a fucking like Firaga materia in a Pringles can, and then the Pringles man started burning you alive.
Like shooting lasers at his eyes, like Mamma Mia!
The Pringles man.
Just fucking crazy.
Tifa and Cloud.
The Pringles man. Once you pop the fun.
Yeah.
Once you pop a Farraga materia in my
Tell me something that you find fun. Give me the honor of popping it.
What's your favorite scary materia? Tifa and Cloud discuss how the geostigma is an issue. At this time, it seems Cloud is also going to the City of the Ancients, and that's where we're hit with Dilly Dally Shilly Shally, which is
This is the moment. This is the moment, where they're talking on the bed, and then the two ding dongs from what's it
Reno
called?
and Rude?
Shitra.
Yeah.
Shinobi show up, and then they come in, and then it flashes forward to him already there as they're still talking, and then during that confrontation, it flashes back within a flashback, and then it flashes back in that flashback, and then it goes back to the fight, and then it goes back when it's all complete back to them talking on the bed again, and you're like, holy shit, this is great. This movie refuses to tell a story properly.
It sounds like he got it.
He's going.
I got it, but at the same time, I was like, "Why are they
Is he
doing
going
this?
between the bed and the motorcycle? I don't get it.
He's going there to find the kids.
Why don't they put the whole bed on the motorcycle?
They're doing.
Imagine a motorcycle bed.
They're doing a new version of Reunion, which Reunion was all the black cloak people going to the Northern Crater to meet with Sephiroth in the game. And then the remnants say that they're related to these kids in a way because they all have like they don't have the geostigma, but they are kind of like anthropomorphized geostigma. And the planet is holding them back from me and Genova and Sephiroth because like they're trying to like go into the live stream to get their essences out of it, but the live stream is so strong that they can't permeate it. And he's basically going to baptize these kids with this geostigma water,
and then he drinks salt water,
the very water that Aerith was placed in after she was killed by Sephiroth, which is
bling bling blong blong.
It's one of those. It's one of those. It's like it's like an I am your father moment. But in video games where everybody knows that Aerith dies, if you don't know that, it's one of those like
that's as far as video game moments go, that's up there with Ocarina of Time and learning Zelda is the ninja person.
Yeah, the ninja person.
I don't remember it too well.
Yeah.
Kadaj got kidney failure because he's over here drinking salt water.
He's over here drinking salt water. He's shitting his guts out.
He's gonna start hallucinating.
It's all not real. Water one time.
Yeah.
I guess if it's the first thing you've ever drank in your life,
and he's like a toddler. He's a baby.
Yeah, he's basically a baby.
And he's like, salt water?
How
do you make water better? Put salt in it.
You know what the most childish thing about Kadash's is just like the idea that every single person in the world is either his brother or his mother. Like everybody is and I think that's like
I'm either gonna kiss you or I'm gonna drink you.
Yeah, like he sees all these kids and like, you guys are all my brothers. It's
everyone's my brother here.
Everyone's my brother.
I thought you were gonna say his Avril Lavigne haircut.
Oh, yeah. I have a question. Do they sell motorcycles in Midgar that have 8 spots for 8 swords, or did Cloud have to like make a special request?
Is that what like a courier drives in? I don't know.
Or is
But
it
he
like
also has like a belt that has spots for all 8 of the
But he's a
swords.
courier for sports
but it
equipment.
makes sense for him to have
Hockey sticks, lacrosse sticks.
have it on his person. But
Yeah.
it's not like do you go into like the motorcycle dealership and you're like, you got anything that can hold a
20
they're like,
swords?
oh, you got a big sword. You want one that can hold a sword, right? And you're like, well, here's the thing.
I have a whole chest of swords.
I collected them through the whole game. I
Yeah.
refuse to sell them because I'm a completionist.
That is one thing that I do really like, though, because it's like you always have too much shit in your inventory, and the fact that he has like 20 swords on his bike is so fucking funny and cool.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they missed the opportunity to show Cloud with all fucking 8-9 pieces of this combiner sword in the holster. Like have them all there, and
I thought so. Like
or something.
I have like a very strong memory of that existing in my head from this movie because I was like, because he has the holster with all the different slots for the swords on it. So I have this image of him with all these swords on him, and then it just didn't happen. And I was like, did I imagine this, or where did I see
Strapped
this
up like
image?
Quan Chi, dude.
Yeah, he tightens the straps and he gets the oils.
Well, I always found it to be like a style choice over anything practical, which is a lot of this movie. It almost feels like it was made by.
Wait, you're telling me that his big, giant, thick ass sword is style over what?
Thank you for ending that with sword. And but I honestly, to have him have that on his back of like the opportunity to have all swords and not live up to it is kind of like another funny promise not kept in the movie.
Yeah, and it's like the amount of reality bending that they're already doing. I would almost like, I like when the 2 side slots of the bike come out and it's just full of swords. Like, why not just show him like lumbering around? And like maybe when he's getting flung up the building like that, like he's having to discard swords so that he can get more distance or something. Like just like have them there for a couple of seconds at least.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have a lot of other things to complain about. This just seems like a missed opportunity for something that would have been really funny and cool to me. Yeah, because like his sword in general is just insane, right? Like his sword has always been insane, and Sephiroth's sword is also insane. But like at least you can imagine someone using that because you've seen in reality there are people that use like swords that are way too long just specifically for the reach, even though they're unwieldy and weird. But Cloud's sword is like, have you guys ever seen that TikTok person who's like training with Cloud's sword until I can wield it like Cloud? And he's like,
that sounds amazing.
And
he's
like
training with gut sword till he can use it like he does.
Right.
He has this huge wooden like Dragon Slayer sword from Berserk that he's like fucking.
But it
around
basically,
like
it looks like Cloud's sword. It's a big, thick, heavy.
Oh, it is 100%. It's the same thing.
And he's been doing it for I don't know, almost like 2 years at this point, and he can swing it like crazy. I think he's level 50 at this point. I think he's getting there though. Yeah.
But has he unlocked Blade Beam?
I can't imagine it's good for your elbows. This guy's gonna have crazy sounding elbows for the rest of his life after this.
Yeah, his arms going black.
Yeah.
They sound like
the
fucking
geostick.
ratchet straps.
Yeah.
So
Also,
Denzel. Sorry,
I was
go ahead.
going to say a funny side note. The name of that motorbike that Cloud has is the Fenrir, apparently, which is another wolf theme.
Yeah, there you go.
He's like,
You got the Octosport edition.
He's like, do you have one that's named after a wolf? And the dealership's like,
it's kind of my thing. He's tapping his shoulder.
Oh, we got the Scooby Doo scooter.
We call it the Scooby Dooder. Do you want one?
I don't think that would suit someone named after the sharp part of a sword.
Okay, so not the Scooby Dooder. All right.
Anything like wolf or dog man.
Anyway.
So Denzel does drink the Kool-Aid. All the kids drink the Kool-Aid. Cloud rolls up. As he's rolling up, he zaps into the live stream and talks to Aerith. They discuss forgiveness. But then he clicks back
I didn't catch that.
The remnants block Cloud with.
He wants forgiveness because he was too slow to save her. That's it. But this is all clearly he's not actually talking to them. Obviously, it's just like his own guilty conscience, like going into his psyche.
Yeah, but
or
she
whatever.
throws him. She throws him later on. She grabs him. I think
he was. He was.
No,
already
I
done
think
pretty
he was
quick.
talking. I mean, I thought he was actually talking to her.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. He was talking to her. She was in the
remake.
forest or whatever.
No, like
Yeah,
okay. I mean, the live stream exists. Is there?
Yeah, she's part of the live stream. Like she's the last ancient. I think he's actually talking to her.
Okay.
Personally.
Listen, guys, I'm not as invested, so you say so. I believe you. It's fine. You don't have to convince me of anything.
Well, don't get mad at us for you being wrong, Steve.
I'm not getting mad. I'm accepting what you've told me is true at face value.
I did.
My theory is you guys are right.
Theories.
I did like that the remnants just used this shield, the human shield wall of children.
Yeah.
To block.
It's almost like that's what they got.
Rides in, he's like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah.
He has to bail off his bike
Because there isn't really any
Lowe's
one
catches
that
it.
I understand. Like
He's
he
like,
gives
"I'm
his
gonna-
speech or whatever, like we're all going to be part of this, but they specifically grabbed only children because there's adults that are affected by the stigma as well. Cloud is one, obviously, but there's also that dude at the beginning who's like diarrheaing himself to death in the corner. And you're like, okay, so this is affecting everybody. But they specifically grab the children, I think, because they know that like once they go into town, they can use them as human shields, and people are going to have a lot more reservations about busting down a child wall.
I
than
think
a-
it's also easier to basically coerce sick orphans than it is just like adult.
Yeah,
men.
I no, that's true. But I think that because of the ostracization that's going on in this community, like you would be able to get anybody because
I guess
everybody's being kicked out, right? It's like we got cotton candy, and for you, sir, a steak dinner. He's
Yeah,
like,
and I
"Steak
guess
dinner."
you need people that Cloud's not just going to cut in half. Like if they just had a bunch of homeless guys there
Cloud
blocking
would do it.
blocking the
immediately.
pool, he'd
Yeah.
drive through them with his Fenrir.
Just as a
and-
flashback.
He's a lone wolf. He doesn't give a
He's
shit.
still got a warranty. He's like, he's
Starts
still got the
hacking.
warranty on it.
Yeah.
Just plow through them.
He just walks up to the homeless and he says, "You tangoing with the wrong side of the moon." And then he goes, "Oh."
I used to eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast in Wu Tai.
You got a helicopter for an arm because I'm gonna cut you in half.
Well,
My
speaking
sword
of
only has one
helicopters,
blade.
Vincent shows up with the cape from Spawn.
Mhm.
Apparently,
He's the best.
yeah.
He's the best.
Vincent's great. He's
This
the
was my
explorer of
answer
our
before we
dreams.
started
Vincent-
that like Vincent is my favorite Final Fantasy character because
Same.
he looks so cool. He's got like a cool gauntlet. Is it robot arm? I don't know. It's fucking cool as hell. He's a vampire, isn't he? Or he's like undead kind of.
I have a
Yeah.
I have a note here about Vincent. I'm very pro Vincent. I'm gonna get that out of the way. I'm gonna say I wrote they toned down Cloud's hair to make it not stupid, but forgot to tell the people who did Vincent's shoes.
Yes,
He has,
his giant
he's like
shoes.
fucking clown shoes, dude.
I
They're
also-
crazy.
I
Yeah.
like that Vincent being like who he is in this like creature out of time. Like everybody else finally after like the entire journey decided to like maybe take a shower and get into a different change of clothes. Vincent is still in the fucking gambesons and
Yeah.
the gauntlet and the like the cloak and the straps.
Yeah.
He's
He was
just been,
probably-
like, in stasis for
Yeah.
2 years.
He was probably wearing that well before he came across these guys to join their team, and he's gonna wear it well after they've all died of old age. You know, so this is his
He's
fit.
like,
You know,
I'm
like-
going to stay in this outfit and get back in the coffin.
yeah. You know, like how they say, like once you reach a certain age, your style just doesn't change anymore. Like Vincent reached that age a while ago.
He's like, I want 3 times what I can on my feet.
Who else? Anyone else play Dirge of Cerberus or what?
Yeah,
I played
I
bits of
played
it.
that.
I rented it when I was younger.
When it
It
comes
was pretty
to-
good. It was
I-
pretty good.
that's
That's like
one
the-
that I hope they remake
It
or
didn't
at least
suck.
remaster.
Mm.
The one thing about Dirge of Cerberus is they had you could hold 10 of each item or whatever,
Mm.
and I always had 10 potions. But then at some point there was an item and it was called a potoin, and it was just a potion. It was supposed to be a normal potion, I think, and they spelt it wrong, so it counted as a separate item. So I had 10 potions and a potoin, and I never, no matter how bad things got, no matter where my health was, I would never drink the potoin, dude.
Never drink the
carried
potoin.
it to the end.
I like the
Clay Fighter in 64 collector.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like the conceit of that game because you're like loading different bullets into your gun. And have you guys seen Final Fantasy Ultimate, the anime, the Final Fantasy anime?
The only thing I remember from Dirge of Cerberus is potoin.
Well, this anime had a gunner that was basically Vincent,
and I refuse to speak any more on the topic.
Yeah. Every episode would end with this guy loading his like different elements into the gun, and then he would like do a summon. He was kind of like the Tuxedo Mask.
I summon lead into your guts, you yellow belly son of a bitch.
But what you're describing, Alex, is also we've all played JRPGs. We've all played RPGs. And you save all of these elixirs and high-powered like potions, for the whole game. I don't think you guys are hoarders. Like
I'm a pharaoh.
Yeah, I think everybody is. Like,
it's for the afterlife.
Yeah. It's like I'm saving all these potions in Baldur's Gate 3 when I get to the final boss, and then I have like a million potions that are absolutely useless. I'm like, why the fuck have I not been using
and a bunch
these
of
the whole time?
like swift grass or whatever dumb bullshit in case you need to make more potions.
I've got 10,000 scrolls of Misty Step, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with these?
Yeah, you
could have been Misty stepping all over the place.
Walking from now on,
yeah.
Okay, so back to the story. Vincent knows about Genova. Genova's head is in a jar and can create Sephiroth again, apparently. And Marlene erupts from the bushes at this moment. Back before Cloud went to the Forgotten City, Tifa...
Why did they take her?
I don't know, because
she wanted to go along with Denzel to make sure he was safe, I think.
Yeah, I think she went on purpose, and I think she pretended she had this stigma, like just to get onto the truck or whatever.
Yeah.
But you'd think they'd know, like they'd be like bloodhounds or like stigma hounds or whatever. They'd be like, "This one doesn't have it." Also, can't they just give it to people? Like, isn't it a contagious thing? Splash her around in one of these city puddles.
Actually, my theory is that it's not. I think it chooses people specifically, and it's propaganda.
That it was.
It's propaganda on the radio.
It was contagious.
Okay. I think the reason the reason I assumed it is because everybody's so scared of it, like it's a plague or whatever, right? Like,
why did she throw materia? Why didn't she just put one into her arm and then electrocute him to death?
Because she's not a remnant. She's not a remnant. I think the remnants are ghosts, and that's why they're just like. Oh. She would have to equip it to a buster.
She could have put it in like her hair or something.
Yeah, and then she's like using her hair like
unlimited power.
Yeah.
Marlene, the Lightning Lord.
Yeah. Can you put it in your mouth, like, and you're like,
you like that?
Yeah, it's stuck.
Oh god!
But back before Cloud went to this Forgotten City, we see Tifa ranting at Cloud about not manning up to the situation. He's just been
your phone,
hiding. Yeah. And then cut back to Cloud in the Forgotten City. And there's this confusing part where it's like, take Marlene home, and then Cloud just ends up taking Marlene home anyway to back to the adventure.
The three main characters of this are Geostigma, Denzel, and Flip Cell Phones.
Yeah, Motorola.
I thought it was so cool that there was a
Flip
cell phone in the movie.
Flip cell phones not being held by someone have more screen time than Sung and Elena.
This scene
you gotta think about it in the time that it was made too. I don't even know if I had a cell phone yet when this movie came
I had a Razor in 2005.
Maybe I did. I
think I did.
Dropped it in a toilet.
That's why I kept saying Motorola, because it looked like the Motorola Razor to me.
Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah. My Motorola Razor broke in half, and I remember it was like it fell off of I was at work. I worked at EB, and it like buzzed and went off the counter and hit in a specific corner and just exploded. And I was like, what the fuck? Like I'm mad at this, but also like that's crazy.
The cell phone had enough.
I had my Razor in a hoodie, and I was pissing, and I lifted my sweater to piss, and it fell into the toilet. And my mom was like, "You're never having a cell phone again." So,
Mom, I need a new phone. I peed on mine by accident.
we didn't have rights.
And then
technology
Jason went
yet.
outside to scream into the night.
Yeah. At
And
the
then the
moon.
mayor of Halifax rode by on a donkey and fell off of it.
This is a lot of hate speech.
Hey,
This is a lot of hate.
it's something I can get behind.
2005.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
It was that was more of a this happened a long time ago.
Yeah,
I think we had
than it
just
was a
gotten
Halifax thing.
we had just gotten Sunday
kind of
shopping
both, I
in
guess.
2005, so
yeah.
that's true. But yeah, speaking of the cell phone,
Also, the
getting
mayor
more
was
screen
never
time,
seen again after that.
yeah.
right into the harbor with him.
Yeah.
But the
His
cell phone
remnants
having
are still around though.
he got split into 3 different men
Yeah.
who all cry.
Yeah,
Sure,
all of them
Don't
gay and all of
cry,
them
Mayor
addicted to
Smith.
cocaine. Yeah.
But speaking of the cell phone getting more screen time, we just get a scene of the phone. Like I think Cloud whips it into the water and it just floats down to the bottom, similarly to the white materia floating down to the bottom. What
That
a
was my
weird
nickname in high school.
floating down to the bottom or white materia.
White materia.
Yeah.
But also, it's crazy how much bubbles are coming out of this phone. I thought it was acid for a minute. I'm like, is this pool acid?
They're just
Why
trying
is
to
it
show
bubble-
that it's in water. It's
Yeah.
hard to depict a cell phone floating down.
I mean, you could have a couple bubbles, not like it looked like it was boiling. Like it was like
it looked like it was
it was-
drowning.
it was
Yeah.
powered by irradium or something.
Mm.
Also, we hear every message that he's ever had from all his
Yeah.
friends in the past, and Barrett is like, "I pity the fool whoever doesn't answer my phone calls," and Sid's like, "Bing bong, bing ding, diddling dong, playing my guitar over
Whoa.
here." This is all
Do you have
happening.
a third racist accent to do?
Yeah, probably like a Japanese one. I won't
Yeah.
do it on air.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
Yuffie.
Yeah.
No, but like,
Oh,
the thing-
yeah.
Do
China.
Yuffie. From China.
China.
Wuhan, sorry. Wuhan.
That's a weird part with Barrett's voicemail. I think it's that part, if I wasn't mistaken, where he starts talking about how they finally struck oil back in his hometown, which is kind of
Yeah.
like, did you guys already learn to not like take energy resources out of the ground willy nilly?
No.
Yeah,
it's
but
because
kinda
they
like-
didn't give a
Kind
shit.
of like how I used to bitch about housing prices, and then I bought my condo, and now I'm cool with it.
Yeah. That's real.
It's
Yeah.
it's true. Yeah, if
Yeah,
we were
it's,
looking for,
it's easy to be an avalanche, okay, when you have nothing, okay, but then you get oil, and you're like, well, I mean,
now that I got it, I pity the fool who doesn't have it.
Barrett starts talking about Mr. Shinra all of a sudden, and
Yeah, he's like,
"Ray,
Mr.
what's
Shinra's a
going on
pretty
here?"
good guy.
You know?
Yeah.
I missed that fool.
Yeah.
He does say
So we're-
fool several times in this movie, and I'm like, is he just a caricature for Mr. T? Is that what Barrett was? Because I don't remember
Kind
him
of,
being
yeah.
that,
Yeah,
but I guess he
yeah.
was. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
My least
But also,
favorite.
when he does show up,
But
it's lessened. But in these phone calls, it's quite
the
like,
phone
intense.
calls, they're trying to make you remember that it's Barrett.
Right.
Yeah.
In a
Also, when
weird-
Marlene
Really
does an impression of him later in the movie. and
Oh
then it was
yeah,
like,
that's pretty good.
well, she's half black. It's fine. But then it's like, but then Ronan reminded me that it's actually Diane's daughter that he adopted. So she's just doing a racist accent of her.
Well, I mean, Marlene,
adopted
Does
dad.
Marlene look
Barrett
half
is her dad.
black to you, Jason?
No, I forgot that it was Diane's daughter when
Yeah.
Barrett kills Diane on that in one of the best scenes in a Final Fantasy.
I mean, we don't have to
You're gonna take
justify
my daughter.
racism. Yeah.
True. So we're going into
This
the
rate's
sequence
pretty
of-
low on in terms of racist depictions of black
No,
people.
it's just
Japanese
caricature and
people as
bad.
well.
Like it's one of those things where you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that didn't age too well. It's just, but also just
No,
throw it
but
on.
I mean,
throw it on the
out
pile
of
of corpse.
out of a Japanese animated movie from 20
Yeah,
years
yeah, yeah.
ago. That's actually very.
It's
tasty.
okay, yeah, but also
Yeah.
it's one of those
Levels.
things. But you still throw it on the pile of corpses of like childhood
course.
memories,
No,
where you're
I
like,
know.
okay, well, there you go.
Look-
He's right on top of the Nemoidians. He's on top of Sebulba and Kawato are there.
Yeah.
Saz from Final Fantasy 13 would exist a couple years after this movie came out,
Mm.
and Saz also is a bit of a caricature. I think that Japanese media sometimes depicts black people in a very unflattering sort
Well,
of.
there and to be fair, I mean, sorry, not to be fair. I'm not going to be fair to misrepresenting people in a racist way, but I feel like, I mean, Japanese people, their exposure to black people is only like American media.
True. Yeah,
But-
that's a good point.
Just watch Gucci Akuda. They have like amazing representations of people of color.
Nice.
Like wicked. And that's a female mangaka. It's a really good show.
There you go.
So over to the town square. It's being plagued by dogs and children who have snake eyes.
We've got a
and,
real problem with dogs and children in this town.
All the kids are eating our dogs.
And all the dogs are eating our shit-eating rats.
Children,
and all our
yeah.
shit-eating rats
And all
are
the
eating our
dogs.
eyes.
And they're coming for our sockets next.
All the dogs are eating the shit from the kids that are eating dogs.
It's a mess. Edge City is a mess for some reason. Reno and
I
Ridge
should get
show
my
up.
grandmother to watch this movie.
Yeah, break her head.
It just melts. Her head melts.
You want the most angry I've ever seen her is that when she finished watching Shutter Island.
Oh.
She didn't understand
What,
Shutter
he was on
Island
the
one
island?
bit. She was so pissed. She's like, "Why did I watch that?" She was so mad. She didn't get it. She didn't get the single second of the movie. She's so pissed off.
It's
I'm
funny
from
because it's
Boston,
such a
movie.
heavy-handed movie too, with like what's going on in it.
Yeah.
It needed to be a little heavier.
Reno and Root show up. First, Cloud drops off Marlene. Marlene does it hurt? For you? Oh yeah, you remember when she goes, "Does it hurt?" And you go, "For you,
For you.
for you."
I think they're doing a Bane impression.
Yeah, that's a Bane. Yeah.
Are you? Yeah.
Does it
it's-
hurt?
I liked when Cloud when Barrett showed up and then Cloud said, "You're a big guy."
It's funny because he's big.
And we already talked about Marlene referencing her dad, Barrett. Rufus manages to send Kadaj off kilter by kind of trolling him. And Rufus
You're
basically-
never gonna kiss your brother or mom and then become Sephiroth. You're dumb.
You're
Go
dumb.
cry.
Go cry about it. The non-crying one. Rufus basically says that good will prevail.
But he also
And then-
says a good son would have known.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 and jumps off the building. Yeah.
Son would have known that his mom wants to be drank.
Some people know exactly when their mothers want to be drank, you fool. Dun, 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 dun.
Throws himself off a building.
Yeah.
But at this moment, Kadaj uses the blue materia to summon Bahamut.
Summon Neo.
Or
He
accurate.
summons the Baja man? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Keep the aisle.
Yeah. all the dogs are jumping around.
Who let the
The shadow dogs.
Children.
Who let the dogs out?
Oh man, he did summon the Baja man. That's crazy.
And then Cloud's geostigma acts up and he goes into a white room and Aerith is just like, "It's okay to let the dogs out."
Everybody lets the dogs out once in a
They
while.
just want to eat.
He's like, but
shit.
who let
Yeah.
the dogs out? And she's like, no one knows. No one
Yeah.
will
No
ever
one
know.
knows. Is it the women or is it the men? We'll never know.
We'll never know.
I think it's actually the Baja men.
It's
that
the
are
Baja
the
men that are the dogs.
All right, it's
But
time for
everybody
lunch.
thought
Now
dogs
get up.
were the friends
No
of
more
the
dilly
mom.
dally shilly shally.
Yeah, yeah.
EIO, let's go.
so. There's some shenanigans with Bahamut and Reno and Rude jazzing around the town. Then we got Laws and Yazoo versus Reno and Rude. They win handily.
This
Reno
song
gets
made
hit-
me jolt awake when I was watching the movie because of
Look.
being so ingrained in my alarm clock.
That's
I
weird.
will
You have
say,
like a
okay, so-
Pavlovian response to
Yeah,
this song.
I was like, literally, I was just like, "Da-na-na."
I know I've had like a lot of criticisms about this movie so far, but I will say that like I have a lot of problems with the weighty or the weightlessness of the fights that happen because everybody feels like they are made of air and just moving. And like I get that that's sort of like the anime influence to it. Like it's very Dragon Ball Z when people are like moving behind each other and just and that's how Final Fantasy is. I get that. I just don't think it is appealing to me visually. I will say the weight that they have on this Bahamut, like when he comes out of the sky and how slow he's moving and like the tiny bits of like fabric moving and the clouds parting around him. And like when he lands and we get like actual destruction and like the ground shakes and everybody falls. I'm like, I feel the weight of this thing and I understand the mass of it and how much destruction it has potentially within it. And so I'm like, okay, now I remember why I enjoyed this movie, because this shit is fucking sick. I also like his weird little mouth.
You know,
Yeah.
even these guys
Yeah.
are like level 60.
I know, so they should be scared of this thing, right?
But the other thing is, what I loved about this fight when it was, what I was thinking while I was watching it, because I haven't watched it in so long. I'm like, where do you even begin? Like, what do you attack? And it's like Barrett's just like shooting, and they're like hitting it in the face, and nothing's happening. And I'm like, what do you even? It's
Also, like, is it wearing armor?
With your bare hands,
Yeah.
it's like, what do you go for?
Barrett is like, shoot its shoulder skin. Is that armored, or I don't even know.
Like that sound when he first tries to fire the overcharge, when he goes like,
Yeah.
There's so many.
I've heard Steve make that exact sound when he's falling down 3 stairs at a house party. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
Very Steve sound.
I make noises all the time.
Yeah.
It's what I do. But also, I was thinking, like, this is a creature from, it's basically like a god, right? Like Bahamut is also like out of actual fantasy and actual mythology. This is not just exclusive to Final Fantasy. But when he appears, usually Bahamut is like, or Bahamut, or whatever you want to, however you want to fucking pronounce it, depicted as a dragon, right? Usually like a bronze dragon of some kind.
He's like King of Dragons.
And in this, it looks like he's wearing armor. So I'm like, is that armor? Is that part of him? I don't really understand the lore of this. Like, can you like shoot the little like buckler here, and will his armor fall off? Will he be able? Is that a helmet on his head? Is that why his mouth is so tiny, or is that his whole head? I don't know.
How do we get this dragon nude?
How do we strip this boy down to his skibs so we can figure out where to stick the material?
I want to see that. I want to see that dragon's cash and prizes. I want to see that thing. I want to see the goods.
As long as he keeps his socks on, if you know what I'm talking about.
I did like when Reno gets blasted into a wall or like a post, and a full like highway sign falls on his head.
That was the bald guy.
It falls on Rude.
Sorry, Rude.
Well, I mean, Reno gets tossed and the sign falls on Rude, right?
This is the one moment.
And he's like, damn sign or whatever.
Yeah, he's like, goddamn sign. I actually laughed out loud at that part because I'm like, that would kill. So these guys also are
would chop him in half.
Pretty hardy, right? Like these guys must be
like
super beings as well. And then also when like then they both get up and then Reno steps on his sunglass and he goes, oh, like
oh.
Those are $500 glasses, asshole.
Yeah, he has the backup pair, and like this is another thing. Like they didn't let that joke breathe enough, which is like I know there's a lot happening in this sequence, but like in the background you see him pull out a second pair, and he's about to flip them open and put them on, but it cuts to another thing, and it's one of the Sephiroth triplets doing shit, and then it cuts back to him and he's putting them back on, and I'm like, you fucking ruined the joke. Should be that he has a pair, and it's like.
I mean, I thought it came out pretty good, but no, I know what you mean. That should have been.
They should have leaned into that joke a little bit harder, in my opinion. But I was paying attention ever since his glasses got stepped on. I was paying attention way too hard to him, being like, "Does he have extra glasses?"
I have a note from this fight, and it is in Midgar. You can fall from absolutely any height as long as you mean to.
But I mean, that's also not true because Rufus means to leap off of that building, and then he still needs his net crew to show up. The people that we thought were dead. Remember, we saw their driver's licenses covered in blood or whatever.
That's right.
He's too sick. He's too sick.
They show up with bandages on their heads. Like,
don't worry.
I did laugh.
We only have mild damage to our skin.
I can't believe that you're
to shoot nets as well.
Yeah.
They have their net guns, but they show up. The Gestapo, the other Gestapo, show up.
The comic relief.
We thought they were dead because we saw their blood-covered driver's licenses, but then they show up from the wings of this battle arena, and they're like, bing, 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 and it like zooms in on them, and they have like one of them's got like a head bandage, and the other one's got like bandages all over his face, and I'm like, oh, I guess they just like mildly wounded, only their faces. Like none of their bones are broken or anything. They healed up. I don't know, but they've got their net guns and they catch Mr. Shinra, Rufus Shinra. And
I don't quite understand how that net works though visually, where like it goes crisscross and somehow he lands in the middle. And like,
because they
it's
both
like 60s
they
Spider-Man.
both-
If you don't see it hit something, you just
That right there,
yeah.
that right there is what they're using the live stream for.
yeah.
that's
the
what
live
this
stream.
live stream is for, to discuss.
That's what
We discuss it at length, and
But I mean, they both are coming from different angles. They shoot, so I understand the bottom part, but yeah, the top part, I guess they have to like shoot again quickly, like.
and also, do they go through each other?
Yeah,
in order
that's
to make a
it's like
safety
clipping.
net for yeah.
I don't
Live
know.
stream.
Anyway, but it's kind of like
It's the
whatever.
Mako.
It's
They're
also
materia guns. The nets are goo. They're magic goo. They goo through each other.
it's not the Home Alone at all. It's the Mako of it all.
They drink
Yes.
their moms all the way up.
Yeah.
I'll drink your mom. I'll
Just
drink
as
her up.
I'll drink anybody.
I have a Genova, and you have a Genova, and I have a straw, and you have a straw.
Why were they so
Mako goes
convinced it was under the
all way
fountain?
to your Mako.
They're like mothers under this fountain. We know it. Shinra built this fountain. It's like Shinra built the whole fucking place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure,
was there
your
a
mom.
reason in the movie where they said like why?
Kadaj says he's like, oh, Shinra built this monument or whatever. And I guess it's the only thing they built after.
Yeah. Old
Yeah,
man
it's just
Shinra Plainview. He's like,
Yeah,
I'm going to build a statue to high Genova.
yeah.
There's Mako in those.
They didn't even look under the guy's fucking blanket.
Yeah.
They were just like,
They respected him
He's
enough. They're like, listen,
Yeah,
he's in a wheelchair over
He
here.
was
We
in
can't
that
fuck
horrible
with him."
explosion.
I tricked you. I'm keeping my displacer beast under this blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so Barrett shows up as Danzel tries to 1v1 Bahamut. We get a big moment as the whole gang shows up. Cloud's there. They're just chopping shit to pieces. Denzel has a hero moment where he blasts a dog with a fire hydrant. He bashes it with like a stick, and it blasts the dog away.
Me and Denny had a
Roof-
fun moment here where like we were like, he thinks that he's like has magic powers. Then he's like, water powers, activate, and then he goes up to the hydrant.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't work, and then he starts hitting it, activate, and it goes, and he's like, I'm an elemental.
One one hits that fire hydrant.
Maybe he's got some some of the geostigma powers.
Or maybe he's
drink
just a
the
future
water.
Final Fantasy party member.
True.
Or this is a rusty ass fucking fire
Yeah,
hydrant
maybe-
that is just
maybe-
ready to explode.
Maybe
It already looks
the
dilapidated.
town on the edge of a town that's been destroyed has bad infrastructure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And an
That's
8-year-old
shit.
can bust it open with a tire iron.
They just built it 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
We already kind of talked about this.
Don't cry, fire hydrant.
You guys already kind of ran this down, but this is when Rufus stands up. He takes the cloak up. He's got the Genova cube. He whips the cube off a cliff. The big moment where so this is the moment where it just becomes a full battle scene of them throwing Cloud up and up and up.
Yeah.
It's crazy though, because it's already been a full battle scene this entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hasn't stopped.
But
And
it's
it
a good
doesn't
way to
stop
have
for a
everybody
while.
have a little moment.
I think this moment is like
Sid reminds me of like an American expat who moved to Asia for sex tourism.
he goes to Thailand.
He's like, I'll tell you, lady boys never tell you you're ugly.
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure he said that in the movie.
Right now,
Yeah,
I'm glad I'm on the
verbatim.
complete opposite corner of you.
And they're like, what? What are you talking about?
I
Sid?
thought he said that, didn't he?
Now, one thing
And he
that
says,
they
there ain't nothing I can't grease.
Maybe we should have watched the Blu-ray instead of the YouTube version.
You guys missed out. You guys
some
missed
wild
out.
stuff on that YouTube version.
Yeah.
There.
The subtitles weren't working.
One
It's
thing
mostly Lady Boys.
about Sid's little introduction in the movie is that his run is the same run cycle that his little character had.
Yeah.
And with his like leaning back and throwing his arms wide. I thought that was like a fun little touch.
Yeah.
I love that.
they were-
I agree with you fully.
I went as Sid for Halloween once. I like Sid.
Really?
as a character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sid Howard.
I'm a Sid.
Now
I'm-
I just want to listen to Sid talk in 16.
Sid Vicious though, not Sid from Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding. I went as Sid from Final Fantasy.
my son's name was almost.
It's a very easy costume. You just get a pole, and then you just put a blue T-shirt on and some baggy like cargo pants, and put a goggle on your head.
Yeah.
If you have blonde hair, you don't have to do anything.
Before Madison and I locked in on the name that he's going to be, Sid was the conversation for a while, and I can't remember why.
She's
it
so
got
patient,
vetoed.
isn't she?
Yeah.
She's like, Jason, I don't want any fucking Final Fantasy names.
No,
please."
you can't argue. You just entertain it for a long time, and then just
Yeah.
just be like, oh, what about this? And then
How about
just-
Krang instead?
Yeah.
She's like, yes, I love
Oh,
Krang.
great, yeah.
How about Metroid?
Yeah. Splinter Phillips.
Yeah.
How about Metroidvania? Break expectations. We'll name him after a genre.
How about the Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time?
Yeah.
Great name.
Phillips.
Phillips. So Kadash takes out Rufus. He hits the Genova cube. It's goon everywhere. Alina and Sang show up and save Rufus. We talked about that already. Cloud is in pursuit. We get this giant, amazing motorcycle chase fight. I think Nomura likes watching dudes battle it out on motorcycles.
Who doesn't?
And valid point. Who doesn't?
I think another one thing I just want to say before we completely move on from the Bahamut fight is that I noticed that I'm like, I don't think from this point on I ever think that the animation looks shit. I think the second half of the movie, it's because it's so many fights, and I think that they just put a lot more effort into making.
I
the
think you're
fights
right.
look good.
Yeah.
I'm like, the rest of the movie does look good.
I also really like in this sequence when Vincent is like,
I don't want to be that guy, but I didn't hear what you said. It sounded like you went, "Ha."
fly.
Oh, fly. Okay.
And he grabs
I
him.
didn't,
Fly.
I didn't hear anything. All I heard was like, ha. I'm like, did Vincent go, ha, at one point? Yeah.
No, that was his cape. His cape,
Like,
ha.
that was Anthony Hopkins' audition for the role of Vincent. He's just like,
But yeah, there's a
wanted.
couple of funny moments during this sequence. Kadash takes out a helicopter with a motorcycle, live free.
Oh, he
or
puts
die.
it in it.
Yeah, live
Free or Die Hard.
Die
That
Hard.
was Yazoo.
Yazoo.
Yazoo says, "I'm going to put this motorcycle in."
Yeah.
And through that
And
helicopter.
through it.
Don't
And it-
cry, John McClane.
It takes off the landing gear and all that stuff. And they also have the thing with the missile launcher, the rocket launcher,
Yeah.
which happens during this sequence.
and they destroy
But
the
then-
entire bridge. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that seems
Well,
bad
no.
for the infrastructure of this city.
Well, Reno and Rune have a
Midgar is a
bomb.
very collapsible neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's on its last legs. Reno
There's
and Rune
there
have-
is a pillar engineer from Midgar who lives on the outskirts and just drinks a bottle of Jack every day and thinks about what the horrors that have been done.
It's
Yeah.
a ticking
Because-
time bomb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole place.
This whole-
It's just like,
this
oh my
whole
god, he just has
goddamn
blueprints
city.
all over the shack walls, and he's just like, oh my god. And then he just hears another explosion in the background. and
He
just
also
knows
lives
that
under
the
that
door
bridge,
collapses.
and the bridge collapses, and he's like, "Thank God!"
Yeah.
Splatters him.
But also, there's no money anymore, so every time these things get destroyed, there's not going to be a rebuild.
No,
It's just-
no.
he's just living with the guilt for 2
Yeah.
years.
Last Legs would be a great name for like a post-apocalyptic city. Welcome to Last Legs.
Yeah, I think that would be in like Fallout for sure.
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah.
sounds like a Fallout place.
So yeah, Reno and Rude, we get the scene where they have two bombs. They're like, "This is our final mission." There's more motorcycle battling. They fly off the road and go like down a hill. They end up back at the church after the bomb blows out the road, as you guys talked about. And Genova is gone from the cube, and I think Kadaj is holding it like, "Oh no, I think there's enough goo in that cube to summon Sephiroth because we're able to come up to that point.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
some water.
They forgot to keep it refrigerated, so it went from Jello to liquid, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
you know, that's your first mistake. You know, you want to have Mama as a Jello mold.
Yeah, you want to keep mom in the fridge.
I did really like this segment where they get to the church and Aerith like reveals herself as the healing rains.
Yeah.
It heals Cloud. It's like a heal spell for Cloud, but it hurts Kadaj a little bit. And his
And it removes his goopy arm.
Yeah.
Which again, his arm should have been way goopier. He should have had a way goopier arm.
I have a note here that says this church is like the Tatooine of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
It's got it's just like every single time they're like,
Yeah.
okay, let's bring it back.
We
to
have
the
to go
church.
We
back.
got to go back to the church, but
It's
also the
the
church
island
does
from
look good, as we
And
talked
then,
about.
yeah, but I feel like when they're making the movie, they're like, okay, cool, this bridge is cool, but what if the people in the audience are thinking, what's happening at the church?
Are they ever going to get back to those flowers? What happened about those flowers already?
Mhm.
I
Oh
mean,
my
I
God,
was
Roman
kind of
just
thinking
did
about
a
them. 'Cause,
magic
like,
trick to me.
nothing was
Thank you.
growing in the city, so I did think that. But you know, where did the water come from? Did they burst a main vein or something?
No, it's Aerith revealed herself to be there, and she did healing magic.
Yeah,
And that's where the water came from?
Yeah, it starts to rain because she's in the live stream.
My brain must have turned off so hard that I was like, I can't, because it was too much action. Too much. I said this to you guys earlier. You know that part in Thor Ragnarok, when Loki is like, I've been falling for 30 minutes when he falls through like a portal and he's like seems really upset. That's how I felt at the end of this action sequence, because I was like, I after a while, like, you stop being able to absorb what's happening. There's too much shit going on.
Yeah.
And it was like too much piled on top of each other. But the break in the church helped a bit. I just kind of like didn't click in until after. I'm like, oh, is the water is now a cure? Is it going to rain a cure on everyone? Okay, cool. And then I looked at the time and it was like 45 minutes remaining. I'm like, oh, okay. Still got 45 minutes left. Okay, let's see what's going on here.
Most of that time is just this next Sephiroth fight. And I just wanted to say, Steve, I just noticed now that you have the green light on your face, and you got the live stream in your apartment right now. So
I do.
Alexa, make all the lights in the office green.
Ding ding ding. Ding ding ding. Ding 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 ding. Hey Alex, it's me, Zach, your best friend from your past. And I just want you to remember what I told you.
I'm you now.
All right. All right.
I think I'm you.
Stop.
Just remember that one thing I told you and don't tell anyone.
Are you a wolf?
Yes.
Hey Google, stop. Ding 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 ding. So
I don't have stigma anymore.
This
Thanks, Green.
Yeah.
This segment is another segment where like there's not a lot to talk about, but it's sick. Like it's dope to watch. I love this. I've always loved it. Cloud and Sephiroth 1v1 each other.
Wait.
Whoa.
You're right. We're skipping over the Kadaj versus
the movie.
Cloud.
Yeah.
And that, I think, for me personally, that is the best fight sequence in the entirety of the movie. And it
when the Highwind shows up,
it also, I think for me, it's like they're just two guys fighting with swords on a building side, and they're not doing anything like super crazy. They're just, fighting normally. And then, they do jump off the walls and stuff here and there, and they fling rubble and all that kind of stuff. And that's cool. But, they're not doing like a backflip in a motorcycle while also shooting a gun, where I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. But it's more toned down and it's personal. And then it coalesces into that moment where when he falls and then, Cloud comes in with the kill Cloud and he blocks it, and then like the Sephiroth sword appears, and like I did play Final Fantasy VII a lot as a kid, and like that was extremely exciting to me to see that sword, like the long and thin sword.
And I liked when Sid flew in and said mean things about women.
Yeah, he was like, I don't trust him and I never will. Yeah.
All they do is shop and gossip.
Yeah.
Another thing too.
All I'm saying is, if I see a lady pilot, I wonder.
One thing,
Including or not including fiend damage.
one thing that this fight with Kadaj actually, in my opinion, does a good job doing is actually give an idea of the boundaries of certain things that, like, because up to now with the physics kind of being played fast and loose, you don't really get a feel of what is, the limits of everything, what's the limits of everybody. And it has does a good job of just showing that finally you kind of see a difference in the skill levels between Cloud and this other guy.
You also see damage being done to the two of them, and it actually makes
in a
it
way
feel like
that has not been depicted in the movie.
Exactly.
Nobody's died.
Yeah.
Nobody's been cut.
And so there's stakes now where you're like, oh, this is no longer a Dragon Ball Z fight where someone's just going to go and then like go to their knees or whatever. You're like, oh, there might be some actual, and like Cloud being the victor is like also cool because you're like, oh, this guy that we've been scared of the whole time is actually just this sort of shitty, like not as competent as we thought he was, without his other two brothers constantly, pestering Cloud during the
shooting
fight.
a gun at him.
Yeah, and punching and spike punching or whatever.
And throwing a motorcycle at him.
But then also, to be fair, he's fighting one-handed with a box full of Jello that's melting that he needs to protect. So.
He has to get to the cook-off as fast as
possible. His gun is still in his other arm. Yeah.
It's not supposed to be in direct sunlight.
Yeah.
My mom's melting.
Yeah, my semi-solid mother.
It's also described that Kadaj is the larval state of Sephiroth.
Yeah.
It's also very weird when he's
an
falling.
Insect?
When he's falling, it looks like he opens the box and lets go of the box, and he has something, and then puts it to his mouth, like he found like something in there, like a little.
Drank his mom.
Yeah, but I mean,
pushes it to his chest. He like drinks it and pushes it to his chest.
Right. Yeah. To me, it looked like he had something, like not just liquid, like he had like
head.
Yeah, he found like a little like eyeball or something. Was like
the chewy scent.
Oh, the teeth don't turn into liquid.
And he's like, "Ooh, that's a spicy eyeball."
I better come back for the socket.
Mama used to make.
But now it's time for Sephiroth for real. So many cool things happen during the sequence. Zack shows up to give some last advice. We get the Omni/finish. Sephiroth at one point cuts a building to make it fall onto Cloud, and he stands on his blade and like,
oh, that's a wicked one. Yeah, and he kind
erupts up at him,
kind of like kicks it loose.
Yeah,
it's like popping the trunk almost of his sword.
He pulls out one of them, jabs it into the wall, holds onto both, and then like kicks off the wall, pulling the blades out, but is going up somehow.
A lot of respect for physics there.
I'm super respectful.
A lot of respect for physical fucking prowess.
Yeah,
I gotta be strong.
Yeah,
it is. Like like I've said it a few times, but like I think that the fight leading up to this fight is more exciting to me. Like this is like cool, and I'm excited because Sephiroth is fighting Cloud. Like that's obviously cool as hell. But the fact that they're just like running, it reminds me of the Matrix. Like in the third movie when the Smith is fighting Neo, how like it's not nearly as exciting as like the other times that you've seen Neo fight Agent Smith, and it's because of the fact that the physics are wild and like they
amped up.
They feel too super powered. Where I'm like, I don't know when something matters, like when a hit is
completely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine, but this is how I feel about it, right? Like where I'm like, I don't know if Cloud getting kneed in the gut is as devastating as Sephiroth getting slashed across the chest. The only time that it registers is when Cloud hits the top of the building and there's so much blood, and I'm like, oh, okay, so he's clearly like actually,
or he gets like impaled. That's a good.
Fun fact about Final Fantasy, I think this is the first time we see blood in Final Fantasy, except for when Squall gets cut across the face in that opening sequence. Final Fantasy is inherently PG, and to see such a gory scene of Cloud like having huge drops of blood fall off him It's one of the goriest scenes.
And the only time in the movie where those like noises are actually warranted. Where you're like, yeah, okay, let's leave
Wait,
those
what
ones.
about when Denzel got out of bed?
He's like, yeah. And he's like putting his feet down looking for his slippers, and he's like, whoa.
Right, so this battle is incredible. We all have it in our minds. There's not a whole lot to discuss because it is just like a great.
And then he's got a wing.
Yep, the one wing.
It's just the one.
Yeah, I forgot the song is called "One Winged Angel," and then when the one wing came out, I was like, "Oh yeah, One Winged Angel." And then I was thinking, like, imagine that it operated properly, and he was just like
Flying,
like trying to like keep up, and, like he's like going in circles, like, oh. Wow.
But as Kadaj dies and Sephiroth is vanquished, Aerith makes it rain on the whole city. The geostigma is gone. And for some reason, in the last moment, we see Cloud get shot. Yazoo is actually still alive and blasts him with the double barrel gun. Cloud fights them, and it explodes. They have like a last, like, it's like the Super Shredder hand coming up moment, like a horror movie. But all the kids rejoice. They go straight to the church. Cloud is in the live stream again, and he talks to Aerith and Zach.
Says,
and it
don't
turns
forget
out,
to like and subscribe.
yeah,
The Ewoks are banging on Sephiroth's head.
and it turns out that Aerith was mother all along, or so she says. Cloud baptizes Denzel, and we see Zach and Aerith
At the church,
go
Yeah,
off
and Sid
into
is
the
like, oh, I don't usually cry at these things, but this is the best damn baptism I've ever seen in my entire life.
Also, women should not be able to vote.
Yeah.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again.
I do declare, I believe they are property.
Dun, 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 dun. Ba-da-da-da.
Dun, 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 dun. But that's the movie Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, the sequel to Final Fantasy VII, kind of retconned out by the remakes, but those are also sequels. What were you saying about it? It's like Final Fantasy VII.
I'll give you the shtick. Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy Advent Children is the sequel to Final Fantasy VII.
Right.
The sequel to the first series is Final Fantasy VII 2, which is remake.
Right.
And then Final Fantasy VII 2 is Rebirth.
Yeah.
And then Final Fantasy VII 2-3 will be Reunion when it comes out.
Right. So, and that
Did you
means
name
that
the
means-
Kingdom Hearts games?
Yeah.
I do love
And then
Kingdom
Final
Hearts.
Fantasy VI-7 will be
Chili Shally. Crisis score is -1, and what does that make? Dirge of Cerberus 2.1.5.
Final Fantasy motherfucking Vincent.
Okay, fair enough. Episode Vincent.
But
But that
the
is
PSP games.
With Spawn Cloak.
right before we go into
Vincent
the
should
end of the
sound
show.
like classic Dracula, in my opinion.
Yeah, Dracula.
That's my opinion.
Shinra.
One.
I just need to take care of these feelings so that I can go back to sleep for a while. Add the amount of
I do
time
not
that I
have a
need to
cell
go.
phone.
Yeah.
My internet cut down for a second and came back to Count Chocula. It was a little alarming. Wow.
But we can.
When
probably
I
go
was just a boy, I had a CD to wake me up. Just the sound of a CD spinning would cause me to rise from the grave. Blah.
And then Hojo banged my wife to create Sephiroth.
That's canon. We could probably go into our Home Alone of it all now. I think.
Oh.
If you had to pick one,
Well, what do you think
but
the Home
when
Alone of it
is
all?
the Home Alone of it all?
Can someone please tell me when the Home Alone of
I
it all
really gotta
happens?
know.
When is the Home Alone of
What
it all?
is the Home Alone of it all? Now that's the Home Alone of it all.
I
So-
always forget about free Daniel Stern.
Well, you made it.
I
You created
know.
all of that.
It's okay to laugh at things you do.
It's true.
I agree. I do it all the time.
So Ronan's been asking me for weeks what the Home Alone of it all is, and I've had to explain it. He's got it now. But just for everybody else at home, the Home Alone of it all is essentially the idea that in a movie, every movie has that moment that's like in Home Alone when Kevin McAllister slaps down the blueprint, and it sort of beckons the part of the movie you're there to see. It manifests itself on this show as sometimes your favorite part of the movie, what I just described, and also just the third act a lot of times. So in addition to that, we would require your final thoughts.
Does this movie have acts? I don't think this movie has acts.
It's one big
This
act.
movie has
one
like
act.
17 acts.
Yeah.
But also your rating. So I won't put you on the hot seat immediately,
Okay.
even though you've been preparing yourself. I'd like to hear from Tim first, and you've been here enough times to know what you
Yeah, this is old hat.
Yeah.
So for my Home Alone of it all, it would have to be, honestly, when the other Final Fantasy VII characters show up to fight. For me, that's what I was wanting to see the whole time. Even though it does get a little visually confusing from there on in, it's actually like probably the more colorful the movie gets in general. And it's also the characters that I enjoyed playing with before, and I was happy to see them again, even though so very briefly. Other than final thoughts, I think we kind of hit all the things that I would have to say outside of it's fun that they've made it, even though I do have my criticisms of it. And it's interesting that they kind of keep on coming back to it to do another iteration, another previous chapter, post chapter, reimagining, which is kind of the fun of Final Fantasy in general. I think that everything's so very open-ended. It's a fun sandbox for people to come up with creative things to happen, and sometimes the stories get a little unhinged, but that's a part of the fun, even though I do make fun of that. But it's all a part of it. So with that said, what would I rate this? Because in all truth, as far as a story in a movie goes, this doesn't quite resonate with me now. It did resonate with me more in my early 20s when it came out. But if I were being very strict about it, I would say I'd probably give it honestly like 2 out of 5 as far as like a story goes, because it is a little incoherent. But as far as like fun goes, that like it's just when you get to the parts with Bahamut, or when you see Vincent, when you see those little bits of life and color where the movie does stand out, those I would just say like take them as they are, and yeah, and that's about it. And a happy birthday to Jason.
Thank you.
He's got the strap.
I appreciate your time, Tim. I want to have you back sooner than later. I don't think.
Yeah, I
you've
was
been
going
on
to
the
ask if
show
you wanted to be on
this year.
Batman, The Mask of the Phantasm next month, but we'll talk about that.
Ooh, yeah. Steve's birthday month is coming up next month, so next week.
Get ready for some real stinkers.
No, that's what Steve says to me about.
Yeah,
my
next
birthday
week,
month.
Titanic, the biggest stinker.
A real stinker, one of the top movies of all time. Well, thank you, Tim. How about Alex? Why don't you tell us all about it?
Yeah, you know what? Just to piggyback on what Tim said, it is not super coherent. I think what it has going for it, like I would say, like when you said 2 out of 5, I think that is almost generous in terms of just as a movie.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to show it, but what this movie has going for it is that they don't give a shit about anyone
Mm-hmm.
that's not watching the movie. and the only people who are watching it are the people who are like, okay, I played Final Fantasy VII. I want to see these people in 3D, and I want to see them do cool shit. And I think that's what they focused most of the energy on. And so, as a movie watcher, the movie is not a good movie. But as the target audience, you know, someone in their late teens, early 20s who likes Final Fantasy, they made a movie that's gonna fucking get you fucking jacked. You know what I mean? Back then, you're like, holy shit,
Gonna jazz
like,
fucking get you.
No,
jacked.
but these like look at Tim's background, and then you're thinking,
Look
you're
at
like,
Tim's
okay,
shirt.
I get to see these guys in real action doing cool shit with voice acting, and you're like, hell yeah. And I think hell yeah was my definite impression at the time. I was like, whoa, even though I had only recently played the game, I'm like, now I'm so excited to see these people translated into something that's easier to watch from a visual standpoint and is pretty cool. My Home Alone of it all is definitely the Tifa fight in the church. The music is there. You're like, okay, because it's pretty like talky up to that point, and you're like, you don't have a gauge yet of how much fan service there's going to be in terms of like, okay, are they trying to make like a real movie out of this? But then it's like, okay, they're playing the Final Fantasy fighting music. Okay, the fight's over and they're playing the fanfare. You're like, okay, they are making a movie about a video game that I played. They are doing that, and they're gonna give me stuff other than just the character. Like they're gonna actually have they're not gonna shy too far away from it. And another thing you said, Tim, is that they're like, they keep coming back, and I appreciate that they're not too precious about it. You know what I mean? Like they'll have Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts. They don't. It's like they're not. But they're not. No, they're not so protective of it as being like this serious adult. Like it's got to be like, oh, like don't put, like, you know what I mean? Like Sephiroth, yeah, bitch.
If Sephiroth's gonna be in a movie, he can't lose any fights.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So it's like, I appreciate that even if they don't always get everything right, they're not afraid to let people give it a shot.
Yeah.
I think I really like it, and I think I like it because they made it for me to like as someone who likes the video games. If I'm giving it a rating, I'm gonna give it 7 swords out of 10 in a motorcycle. That's what I'll give it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my rating. I receive it in the spirit it is given.
Well, that's fantastic. Ronin.
I think my Home Alone of it all is definitely the Bahamut sequence, like especially where I watched this as a kid, having no context or reference for what Final Fantasy VII was. I was just like, this is the biggest, baddest, coolest moment in the movie. And even when I go back and like over the last however many years, I've watched it on YouTube and I still get like goosebumps when it happens. You know what I mean? It's this ragtag group just throwing a guy at a monster, and it's heartfelt. It's awesome. The animation I think still holds up. And Bahamut was summoned with a blue materia somehow, and it was wicked. The moment that Kadaj turns into Sephiroth and blocks the attack from Cloud is also right there. And now another, like I would say my third thing is the fact that Kadaj's blade is actually Masamune's blade. And that's actually the coolest part of the movie that I never put together.
Yeah.
That would probably be my Home Alone of it all. If I gave it a rating, I would give it 3 Costa del Sol alternate outfits, 1 golden saucer date, and a pummeling from a muscle lady out of however many that is.
All right.
That would be my rating. Because this shit is just for the fans, and I fucking love it.
creepy and ridiculous as it is.
True. Steve.
Waters. Yeah, Steve Waters.
Me?
Yeah. Me?
So I did not enjoy this movie on my second watch of the first watch that I've had out of the last 20 years of my life. But I absolutely agree with everything that Alex said about this movie being designed not for a person who's going to critique film. They're making this for the people who love the video game and who want to see their favorite video game turned into a movie. And that's exactly what this is. And that's exactly how I experienced it the first time I watched it a million years ago when I watched it the first time, which explains why the first time I watched this, I thought it was like one of the greatest things I'd ever seen in my life, where I was like, holy shit, Sid, you see Sid? He's being demeaning. He's mean.
I got a Halloween costume idea.
Yeah, exactly. And like, that still lives inside of me somewhere. I just don't know where it is anymore. Like I can't get excited in the same way that I did, but I did feel excitement when everybody shows up at the end. And I'm like, oh yes. Yeah. Here's Red with, the whiskers. Oh, excuse me, princess. He's on there, right? But he's like actually Scottish. And you're like, wait, what? You have a Scottish accent? I thought you sounded like a weird pervert. And then you get through most of the movie wanting to have that feeling, but you don't get it until that moment. And that doesn't happen until about an hour and 15 minutes in. So like I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, and it's all just like exposition after exposition after exposition. And it's not even doing a good job of letting me know what Cloud has been up to. I don't know what he's been up to. All I know is that he drives a motorcycle around and this fucking diseased child found his cell phone. That's all I know. Yeah, they named it Edge City because he's like, everybody's got to call me Edge now. Don't call me Cloud. Clouds are too wispy and full of hope. I'm Edge.
Yeah. I'm not sharp enough.
So there are moments in this movie that actually like made me feel young again. Like, when you look at something with nostalgia so hard that it like makes you be like, oh, I'm full of happiness and joy again. That there are moments in this movie that made me feel that. And like, they are the ones that you guys have listed as your Home Alones. But for me, like, it was actually kind of very taxing and like exhausting. By the end of the movie, I was like rubbing my eyes being like, why did we do that? Like, what? This is another example of a movie that needs to be left in the past. Like, I don't care enough anymore about this kind of shit. But it also makes me think about all these other video game movies that are coming out now, right? Because this was sort of like a trailblazing thing. We had video game movies in the late 90s and early 2000s, and most of them were either okay to terrible. There was nothing that was ever mind-blowingly good.
Those ball movies,
the Mortal Kombat movies, the Resident Evil movies.
The first Mortal Kombat movie was really good.
Camping fun.
I agree with you, Alex. But me and Alex also have a secret love for Mortal Kombat that no one else shares.
Game movie was at best okay.
Yeah. Also, me and Alex have weird inside jokes about specifically Mortal Kombat, so I don't know if it's the same when we talk to these guys. But I don't hate this movie in the way that I was presenting throughout this entirety of the conversation, but it was more so just gut reactions to what we were talking about. I think that, as you guys said, it's designed for a specific audience, and I don't fit that audience anymore. So I can't really give it an accurate description, and I can't even really recommend or not recommend it for anybody, because I think if you love Final Fantasy VII specifically, then you're probably going to have a really good time with this. If I was to choose a Home Alone of it all, for me, it is absolutely the moment when Cloud comes down and the sword appears, that the sword turning long and like his hair getting long. Like, it's so cool. But also like Sephiroth, in like his character design as a still is cool, but in motion it looks like fucking shit. Like his hair doesn't make any sense. Like a lot of it, like even his weird clone boys, their hair made sense at least. This guy's hair is like frozen in that like 90s pixelated angle thing where you're like, this is the maximum amount of polygons we have. You're like, okay, well, I don't think that hair works like that.
His hair has 4 polygons. That's as many as we have.
He's been summoned some ethereal,
they're long
space.
polygons though. Let's not.
Yeah,
forget.
his hair can exist. However, it's not real hair. This is some sort of weird Gaia hair. Like it doesn't matter.
My hair hasn't moved this whole podcast.
But it's not doing one of these. It's not doing like several different 90-degree angles. Yeah, hey, Alex, go. So I think that my rating for the movie would be: I destroyed Pluto, I destroyed Neptune, and I destroyed Uranus. That's my rating.
So going last in this situation, you guys have kind of already covered. You ran the gamut. My Home Alone of it all in this movie is literally like a tie between the Tifa and Law's fight and the Bahamut fight, but also the literal Home Alone of it all is Claude returning. Like in returning, everybody's speculating where he is. He returns, but that's like, that's only that's 25 minutes into the movie. So that's my Home Alone of it all. My final thoughts are this. Like you guys said, this movie is specifically for people who loved Final Fantasy, and at the time, it was one of the most groundbreaking things, which Steve also kind of alluded to. It was one of the most groundbreaking things to see a movie sequel to a beloved Final Fantasy. Unfortunately, when you watch it 20 years after that, 25 years after that, it really shows its issues because it does not hold up as a movie that is meant to be watched on its own. It holds up as, even now, you have to have the entire game of Final Fantasy VII with a little bit of the side quests and a little bit of the extra stuff in your head for this movie to make sense.
Not the Wu-Tai stuff.
You gotta do homework.
You gotta do homework, and it's kind of like the Marvel movies now. You can't, when Doomsday comes out in a few months, you don't just go see Avengers Doomsday. You have to know all of the things that led up to that, and this is the proto version of that sort of thing.
This movie feels like you jumped into the final season of a television show, but you're in the last 2 episodes of the final, and you've never seen any other season, and it's like 7 seasons long. And you're like, what?
I think that's the best way that I heard it described when you said that earlier. It's kind of like I'm watching Westworld right now, and I'm in season 3. And this is like jumping into season 3 of Westworld. You have to know all this shit that is happening.
This is more like jumping into the last season of Westworld is actually more accurate. Once you get to the last season, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's actually a better.
I've only seen the last episode of Gossip Girl.
I've seen the last episode of Lost.
When Carrie stabs her daughter with a giant sword, it's like, you were never my daughter.
And lifts her up with it.
What was Gossip Girl's motorbike named?
But that said, it holds a special place in my heart. It's a very important movie to me, and I actually like watching it. When me and Ronin rewatched it last night, we both were like, this is an excellent bonding experience, and we both know all the stuff, so we were able to riff through it. And a lot of the movies we do on this show are riffable movies. That's kind of the conceit of that's kind of the thesis of what we do on this show. But I can't really recommend this to anybody who hasn't finished Final Fantasy VII. So
no, you can't recommend this movie to anyone who hasn't seen it already.
Also, that's actually a good point too. I think that this movie is best seen a second time.
Sorry, I don't. That sounded like I was dogging on it. I mean, anybody
I know what you're
who
saying.
would enjoy it has already seen it.
Yes.
Anyone who this movie is targeting watched it when it came out.
Yeah.
I will make an argument that you like if there was like a niece or nephew in your life and they were like 8 years old, you're like, you want to get your mind fucking blown.
Yeah.
You're like throw in Advent Children and like the moment that Sephiroth comes or like the Bahamut, that kid is just like, none of this means anything to me.
If you can get an 8-year-old kid to watch an entire PS1 game, I will give you $10 million.
I also forgot to mention the Baja Man in my review.
Oh yeah,
The Baja Man. To give it a rating, I do give it a 3 out of 5. Personally, I give it a 5 out of 5 because this conversation was incredible.
Yeah.
But a 3 out of 5 is sort of where I'm landing, like movie wise, and I think I might be biased because it's like I like this movie, but I do see its flaws, obviously. But if I was to actually give this movie a rating, I would give it destroying every single planet with a meteor all the way through. I was going to say 2 times, but I'm going to readjust and say 3 times.
Oh,
out of 5.
I only got to Uranus. Jesus.
Is Sephiroth over?
Is Sephiroth over?
Sephiroth also
overreacting.
Oh, definitely.
For sure.
Oh,
Yes. That's kind of the joke.
He
of the
destroyed
whole-
Pluto. That's not even a planet.
Yeah, it was still a planet when this movie came out, or when the original game came out. I don't know if it was still a planet when the movie came out.
All of that just to get fucked up by 3 rounds of Knights of the Round.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All of that drama.
I actually give this movie just you over level, and I've done all the chocobo racing and breeding to get Knights of the Round too early, and you rush to the Northern Crater and just pass Knights of the Round on safer Sephiroth, and it destroys them before you even have to switch from party to party. And then you go to fight One Winged Angel, and you just do Knights of the Round again, and he just dies. And then when you go down to fight Sephiroth, you just wait and don't press any inputs, and the game just finishes for you.
That's exactly what my rating was. Why didn't you
Yeah.
come up with your own rating?
Verbatim.
Yeah, verbatim.
That was my.
That's almost how I watched the movie. I almost pressed play and then walked away, and then was like, "Oh, the movie watched itself over here."
We saw a man. We went to a restaurant today, and we saw a man clearly pressing through his NPC dialogues, or were pressing X through his dialogues.
Yeah,
because he went like, "Did you have a good? I hope you had a good. Well, we'll see you next." And we were leaving, and we pressed X through it. So that's my actual rating.
Maybe he's a
So-
fast reader.
With all that said, we have to go into our plugs. Plug it up, Buttercup.
Plug.
All right, let me just plug this in right here and.
Well, the guy's died, I think, 45
Everybody
times
died.
now. Steven, what do you got to plug this week? We're going to start with you.
Well, Randy dropped finally on the Sonar Network. It's a show that I've been re-editing for quite some time now, written by Mike Sachs, the writer of Stanland. Stanland, also a thing that you should check out if you haven't. I'm in it. I'm also the editor for a lot of stuff that has to do with it. I'm the narrator. I'm a bunch of characters. It's fun. It's cool. It's a interesting, fun thing. And then we also have another project coming with the Sonar Network through Mike Sachs again, coming up soon to a podcast network near you. And then, as always, I am the voice of Darth Theorist and the Three-Eyed Theorist and the Half-Blood Theorist. And we post videos daily of me narrating a bunch of crazy stories with a bunch of character voices, and you will love it if you like those things. And even if you do like those things, maybe you won't like them. I don't know. Just check it out. You decide for yourself. Also, never mind. I'm done.
Said.
I'm good.
I'd also like to, in your steed, do you want me to play what?
What? Oh, I made this for your birthday. This is for your birthday.
Thank you.
So on the very first episode of this podcast for this month, Jason's birthday month, we talked about a specific scene in a movie, The Cell, and we thought it would be very funny if something happened to that scene. And I did the thing that I said I was going to do in that scene, and I made it for Jason for his birthday because he seemed very, a lot. You want me to play it?
Yeah,
I can play it.
Very funny.
All right.
That sounded like Denzel having a bath.
Yeah. That's why this is so good. That's why it's very apt.
So in the actual movie, there's a lot of crazy demon noises happening. I'm like, what if it was just without the demon noises? And I re-edited the whole scene.
I've never even seen that movie, so that's the only time I've seen that.
That's exactly how it happened.
I'll tell you right now, the most proud I am of that whole thing is the bottle, like clunk, clunk, like because I have this, and I was like, as it's like dingling around on the ground, and I was like, oh my God, Jason's gonna love this.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
I
Jason!
just love it immediately. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Jason! Everyone,
Happy
watch all my
birthday.
YouTube channels.
Yeah, watch all my YouTube channels. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Well, thank you, Stephen, for that. That was incredible. I've watched that 1,000 times. You sent it to me about.
There's a second half to it. I couldn't finish it because it was way more stuff, and I got through most of it. There was so many more bottles. Yeah.
Ting, ting, ting.
Find the right bottle.
That's a great birthday gift. Ronin, do you have anything to plug?
I plug Cloud and Tifa's sexual tension.
Okay. Tim, do you have anything to plug?
Not right
now. I didn't even feel that tense. It feels loose and weak.
Jesus Christ.
That's because Cloud has brain damage and he doesn't realize what's going on.
Yeah.
But one thing I would plug would be this show. Hey, did you see this one? Especially all the different series that you guys have done. I've always been a big fan of the Leica series, and not just because I was in one of them, but in general, like those are ones I've actually had like play in the background. Like your show is always fun and chill to listen to, relaxing, but also very positive, and I always happily share it with others, and I'm so happy that you guys have done this much and look forward to more.
Well, thank you so much. Those are kind words, and I like that you say that when sometimes Steve can be a little negative.
Yeah, we haven't picked on Steve enough.
Fuck you, Jason.
Okay, fair enough. Alex, do you have anything to plug?
Not really. I mean, I don't really do much other than this. So watch my other episodes. That's the same thing I plug every time.
Yeah, that's good.
I want everyone to know that everything's going to be okay.
I love
All
that.
right? That's the nice message.
I do love that.
Yeah,
that's a great message.
Everything's
not going to be.
Put me on more episodes with Tim. I like being on with Tim. I forget what we did. Another one. I don't remember.
The Chucky one, I think.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
You were
Watch
pretty
that
fast
one.
on the backgrounds. Yeah, that was you're really funny on that one.
You guys, everyone watching this one should watch the Chucky one with me and Tim.
We have a comedy.
It was very fun. That was one of the one of the more fun ones that we did.
Was that Zucky, right?
Yeah.
I think, that one was very disturbing but fun.
Yeah.
We have a comedy horror Lost Pages coming up after in June. So maybe we have you guys back on for something like, I don't know, Tucker and Dale versus Pure Evil, or maybe Slither. Well, we'll have to see.
We'll have to see. The other thing I would plug is if you really have nowhere to be, I think we did a 5-hour episode or something for Attack of the Clones.
We did.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was
Revenge of the Sith.
That was a doozy.
Yeah.
You guys were both on for a separate Star Wars.
Yeah. And we dragged them out.
And all of those episodes have some of our highest viewer counts in the history of the show. So
Alex was also on for Solo too. I don't know if you forgot.
So. But that wasn't like, or was that one 80 hours? I can't remember. One of them.
That one was pretty long, but it wasn't as.
One of them was like the longest one ever or something.
Yeah.
Oh, watch my compilation of my episode count video. That's a good one. You can see me walk backwards and talk backwards, played reversed.
Yeah.
Soon
to be added to both of those for you guys. Both of these people, both of these men are 5-timers plus clubs. So you guys are probably 10 times clubs. But if I was going to plug some things, first and foremost, I would plug this show. It happens each and every week at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. I'd also like to say that like I'm the voice of Super Kicked Wrestling here in Toronto. You can find all that over at Super Kicked on YouTube. We just had a show last weekend that was very, very good. One of the best shows we've done, in my opinion. And we have a new show coming up on May 22nd in Toronto. That'd be great. In addition to that, my very illustrious co-host makes delightful illustrations. You can get such shirts through Redbubble and TeePublic as Corporal Tunnel Syndrome, the villain from James Bond. You can also get the Howie Mandela effect.
Oh God, I love that so much.
You can get the Grimoire, the original Grimoire Familiar Killers. This is vastly changed at this point, but this is the original. We have the Eldritch Millennial, which is very good. It's kind of represents all of us, I would say.
Yeah, I'm in there somewhere.
Yeah.
We have Killade from the Jason Voorhees saga, and Twinkerbell, fan favorite.
I was showing that one at work. That like floored everybody.
Yeah, it was also hard to like get online because they kept getting flagged by Redbubble's censors.
Yeah,
this is too gay.
It's too gay. He's got a harness on. It's too gay.
Kristen Bell is very litigious.
Yeah, and Chef's fingers.
The opposite of the Halifax hand-me-down.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the Halifax hand-me-down shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to go outside and find a nice butt to smoke.
Yeah, exactly. This one doesn't even have any lipstick on it.
Yeah.
As soon as we're done here, man.
Yeah. Got a couple darts.
But we're gonna fucking smoke a couple darts, but
I found a halfer. I found a halfer.
I found a halfer though.
But that is the show for this week. I've already prepped Ronin. But there is one question that needs to be asked each and every week. I'm going to count you down in 3, 2, 1.
Hey,
did you see this one?
Say something funny.
Something funny.
Don't cry, Jason.
Well, it's his birthday. He can cry if he wants to.
That's
true.
I want to drink my mom and kiss my
Beam up some Star Trek content with Live Long and Podcast. A roundtable movie discussion with Hey, did you see this one? And take a peek into the darkness with Heard Noise, Must Investigate with Michael Chan. Watch us duke it out on trivial debates. And let's chat about TV with the Super Mater Brothers. It's all here on the United Federation of Podcasts.
This is low-key weird because my mom's name is also Fine Shit. Lyrics coming at you at supersonic speed.